Hail and well met and welcome to one and all, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, young and old, dogs and cats, anyone and everyone. Welcome to Severed Threads, Notes from the Black Ballad. Very happy to have you here for what is sure to be an exciting adventure. There's a lot of combat in store tonight, not to give too much away. Before we begin, I would like to do our customary thank yous. First of all, to Storytellers Forge, the writers of the module that we are currently working on. I don't actually have the book handy. I was looking at it elsewhere, and I just now realized it's not here. Thank you very much. There it is. I can always count on my team to help me out. My goodness. Fantastic people, great writers, great creators of amazing D&D content, amazing storytellers, obviously. You can check them out at storytellersforge.com and see what all they have for sale. For example, this module. Also, a new module, adventure more, that is a result of a very successful fundraising campaign, crowdsourced fundraising campaign called Festival of the Forgotten Revelations of the Dark Carnival. If you're enjoying this adventure, I bet you'll enjoy that as well. I can't wait to read it, actually. And if you are enjoying the music that you're listening to and are going to listen to, then we have the amazing Dia Morte, led by Drake, to thank for that. Music that has been inspired and written for this module. You'll be hearing a lot of it this evening. If you enjoy the character art that you're seeing right here, you have the amazing Kai to thank for that. I know she watches, so hi, Kai! As a special treat, as we did last week, we had the full body art reveal for Dawn. This week we have the amazing Niall, Phelan Caldwell. Yes.
So good, Bobby!
I think at this point it's a foregone conclusion that at some point in the future we'll have everybody done. Kai's very busy. We will hope that she's able to help us assemble the entire team after a period of time. I think, other than the fact that if you enjoy watching us play this game and you would like me to DM you, you can check me out.
Do it.
Just send me a message here in chat, and we'll make it work. And also, this is our penultimate session, which means that next week there will be a dice giveaway. So tell your friends. Well, maybe not. If you want to have it all for yourself, probably don't want to tell your friends. But we'd appreciate it if you tell your friends anyway. Tell your friends. Do it. Tell them to come and watch you win dice. There we go.
Make more friends so you can tell them about it.
Before we start, however, I will do a little quick question for all my players. I'm going to start with Ryan. Ryan, what is your favorite monster from all of D&D that you have yet to fight?
Probably the Tesseract, or not the Tesseract, the Tarrasque.
The Tarrasque,
just because it is the Tesseract is something completely different. Sorry, different universe. But no, the Tarrasque, because it is an absolute town eater, and you kind of got to get to a certain level to have to fight something that big. Unfortunately, this is one of the higher level characters I've played, so hopefully this isn't the case.
We'll get the Tarrasque in there for you, perhaps. The D&D equivalent of a kaiju. Second, Dawn.
Yeah.
I think a Beholder. Because,
Awesome.
they're just like...
Classic.
They're amazing. They're classic. They were on cover art for a reason.
Yeah.
And I've never got to fight one. And I think that would be cool.
Alrighty. Samus.
I would love to fight a dragon turtle. I think that would be an absolute nightmare of logistics, and I think it'd be kind of badass.
Yeah, I would definitely make it a nightmare for you. We'll
I don't doubt it.
Are you just getting ideas?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, no.
100%.
No, Sean, no.
Oh, holy shit.
A rat.
Tess?
Actually, I never faced a rat.
A dragon
before.
rat, yes.
Yeah,
Dragon
rat.
Go ahead.
Snake.
I'd do a minotaur because there was this game and I don't even know what it was. I was like a preteen and my dad played it, and you'd get caught in this labyrinth as a computer game, and there was a minotaur at the end and you had to save this lady from the minotaur. And that's like when I started to discover like magical creatures in general. So
That's cool.
minotaur.
All right, and last but not least, Dusk, also known as Soku, as Dawn is also known as Jessie.
I don't think I've ever fought an owl bear.
What?
Oh, but I'd want to love it.
I've
You've
actually
never
never fought. I've never
I don't
fought
think
one
I've
either.
ever
I set
fought
it
an
free,
owl
but
bear.
it just ran into the woods.
All right, okay. All right.
So I'm going to assume she said owl bear because it cut off on owl. And I was like, that feels like a weird one to be like,
Never
Just
fought
one
an
hit
I'd
owl.
like to
point
fight an
owl.
owl.
One hit point owl.
All right. Well then,
I mean, they
with
can
all
kill you.
this
I mean,
nonsense
Tarask
dealt
and then
with-
owl.
Yes.
I mean,
I
it's going
think
to be a weird encounter tonight. I love
it
it.
is time to discover whether or not our players will receive the sad clown of tragedy or the luchador of comedy in their fight the night.
Ooh.
As I say,
Why not both?
my friends, it is time. I extend my hand, inviting you to step with me into fantasy. Release your hold on that which you know to be true, and let imagination rule for the next few hours.
He said the thing.
It's the thing.
Last time on Severed Threads, Notes from the Black Ballad, the adventurers, at the behest of the sovereign Ashlyn, made their way to the road to eternity, there to petition various high priests at the numerous temples that are on this roadway. They need to find and receive divine boons, amazing blessings of power that can be given to them by the high clerics of these temples. Their respective gods giving the players intense powers, so as to fuel some sort of ritual that Ashlyn wishes to effect, hopefully resurrecting the dead goddess Nixia, so that she can put an end to the Scarlet Malice. The adventurers spent some time deciding, speaking with Corcoran Pebblemoss to get an idea of which temples they should go to, and then they spent some time deciding which ones each one of them should go to check it out. They did some together, they did some apart. They visited, in no particular order, the temple of Jolin, the goddess of wish. They went to the temple of the Academician, god of knowledge. They went to the temple of the Marquis of the Final End, god of death. They went to the temple of Contrit, the god of regret. And I think where we left off was the temple of envy, Xavier, whose clergy are known for keeping out the aberrations that look so covetously upon the reality that they cannot inhabit. As the adventurers made their way into this giant black domed temple through almost like a airlock of doors, where each door is meant to not be open while the other ones are, although in this case they were all open and they could see and hear that there was a commotion within. As they entered in, they saw the unfortunately familiar silhouette of 3 accursed guard and numerous priests running in all directions in panic, everyone looking up at the most disgusting and vile and simply wrong creature that any of you have ever beheld. A mass of writhing tentacles with eyes interspaced at bizarre places and one enormous mouth. Not only is there a mouth in the center of this creature, but the tentacles that swirl out from it, also, some of them have mouths. And as one of the accursed guard was exulting in the fact that they had freed this creature, thereby able to take its power, one of these tentacles came down and wrapped around this accursed guard and proceeded to devour him. And you watched his body move along the tentacle like a boa constrictor, eating a meal and then having it move through and down before it reached the main body. One of the tentacles is also around what appears to be the High Priestess of Xavier, the High Priestess of Envy, the only one here who is likely able to bestow the divine boon of Xavier. So, not only must you defeat this creature, you must also prevent the High Priestess from being slain, devoured herself. Which means, my friend, it is time to move to the battle map.
DM, can we
I'm
sense
scared.
that? Like, we can just look with and understand that that's the High Priestess and...
Let us say this. As you come running in, one of the priests who is panicked, looking at this creature, comes and looks at you, sees the glowing eyes that many of you have, and sees how well armored you are, and says, please, tentacles has wrapped around a priest who clearly is wearing the garments of someone who is higher on the echelon of the clergy here. And you can see her right here. Everybody see that?
Yes.
Right. Well, you know what this is time for?
Yes.
Let's roll initiative.
Oh,
And
the anxiety. Okay.
I'm sure it's going to be fine.
I rolled a 7.
Fine stands for frantic, insecure, neurotic, and emotional.
7 for Dawn.
And we had a long rest since the last fight we were in, right? Because we traveled for multiple days,
Oh,
so we
most
should all be at,
definitely. Everybody
at
should
full
be
hit points.
Absolutely, should be at max, and everything can be maxed out.
Okay.
I'm seeing some people not at
12
max
for
out.
me, Sean.
We'll take care of that. A
14.
12. A 12 for Niall. Was that a 14 Dusk?
Yes.
Righty.
Oh.
I see Jack, I see Niall, I see Dawn, I see Dusk, I see all the bad guys. I think everybody's on the board.
Am I there?
You're not. Never
Am I
mind.
on the
Wayne,
board?
what did you roll?
Two dust.
What did you roll?
I got a 22.
She gets 2 turns.
22.
And I think Dusk gets 2
Hey,
turns.
hey.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Dusk on there twice, yes.
That's the ability she got from taking on regret, so that if she regrets what happened on the first turn, she can fix it on the second.
See, you're joking with me, but that's actually kind of cool.
Yep. I love it.
Alrighty, at the top of the order then, we have Win with a 22. I know you love going first.
man.
Tess.
Hell yeah.
I know. It gives me so much time to think, and I love having so much time to think. Okay. I want to help this priestess.
She is grappled. The
And-
creature is 30 feet up in the air. However, the tentacle that descends down from it is around her. She is on the ground, so she's not lifted into the air at the moment.
Grappled in a
Is the creature
magical
attached
way.
to anything in the room? Sorry.
Grappled by an enormous tentacle.
So this is not a spell effect that I could undo.
Doesn't appear to be.
Oh gosh, spooky. Okay. Okay. I'm going to use my wish domain feature reality twist.
Okay.
Is she within 60 feet of me? Probably not. But let me get as close to her as I can.
She is 70 feet away.
Okay, so I'm gonna go here so that I can get to her. As a reaction, it's a reaction.
It is a
Can I still
reaction.
use it?
This is your turn, Win. I realize
darn it.
everybody is struggling with these
Sorry.
strange new powers that they have.
Yeah.
So it's perfectly natural to be confused.
I am, and I think Win would even be confused. I'm going to use a bonus action and cast Unshakable Motivation
Okay.
on the priestess, which gives her a motivational dice of a D12 and lasts until she uses it.
Okay. Cool. So what does that
So
look
she
like,
can use
Win?
it on a saving throw, ability check, or attack roll. So she channels her best Jack's bardic inspiration because she's never really done this particular kind of spell before, and she says, "Come on, nothing can keep you down when you have such good legs to stand upon," and tries to make a pun of some kind, but it doesn't really work out.
So the thing is, as the uncertainty of your words begins to form, bizarrely you feel this wellspring of divine power that comes, and your voice lends a little bit of an echo to your voice. Your eyes flash, and this power, you feel this power, despite maybe not being as poetic as what Jack sometimes says, the power of wish to alter reality to the way you want it to be definitely takes effect. So that is your bonus action. What's your action?
So would grapple count as like not being able to reduce somebody's speed? Like
Yes, if somebody is grappled, their speed becomes 0, and High Priestess Maris definitely appears to be grappled.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. How far away am I now? Damn it! Everything I want to do, I can't do.
You could take the dash action.
I could, but then I couldn't cast this spell, and I'm trying not to die as often as I usually do.
Good call.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
I'm.
Yes.
Can I ready an action?
You can. What action are you readying?
I am going to ready Inspiring March, which is another one of my Wish Domain spells. And as soon as I get within 30 feet of the priestess, I will...
Okay, so unfortunately, I'm going to interrupt you here. First of all,
Please.
If you are holding a spell and you want to get within 30 feet, you can hold the spell until the beginning of your next turn, at which point you lose the spell slot as if you'd cast it. So if you are waiting to cast the spell for when you are within range, that's not going to happen to your next turn. So you don't want to. You don't
So
want
it's
to do
a
that.
bad idea. So let's
Yes.
just dash. I'm gonna be that paladin that I am, guys. And I'm gonna dash.
All right.
That's who you are.
So have you go around the pillar here. These are all these circular objects
Got
are
it.
pillars holding up the ceiling.
No. Can I go through it?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
So as you come running
Fantastic.
forward, you brace yourself and then move through the pillar, appearing on the other side as your incorporeal movement takes effect. Keep in mind,
Amazing.
it does cost an extra square of movement to do
Oh,
that.
then
but
I probably couldn't have done it. I probably couldn't
no,
have done
you
it then.
definitely could have. I counted
Okay.
you miscounted.
Great. Okay,
so
great.
that's your turn. At the end of your turn, Win, Rapax Incarnatus is going to use a legendary action to make a tentacle attack at a nearby
Sorry, guys.
priest. He's going to
Okay,
use
not
a
me.
biting tentacle. Natural 1. This is a good start for you guys. That is his legendary action, but then, or I should, its legendary action, but now it has its actual turn. As it sees you all coming into the space, it moves and is going to move further into the room to here. As it does, it brings High Priestess Maris with it. When I apologize, you could have held your action for when it got closer to you. That would have been useful.
Next time.
Well,
I'm
next
learning.
time.
I'm learning.
I apologize. I shouldn't have dissuaded you from using that course of action, but it seemed like the right thing at the time. I do apologize.
I still got to run through the pillar.
As it gets to here, now, the Rapax Incarnatus can make an attack on everything that it has a reach for. So it is going to attack the Cursed Guard. It's going to do a 22. That is going to hit.
Good. We don't like them anyway.
On the other Cursed Guard, a 14 will miss. On Win, a natural 1 will miss.
Yes.
On the priest that is to the southwest of Win, a 12 will miss. The priest that is to its south, pretty much directly its south, it's going to be an 11 that will miss. The one to the east, a 23 that will hit. It does 12 points of piercing and 18 points of acid damage. Yikes.
Holy.
This thing has such a big reach.
Jeez. Reaches in pain, and you watch as it is now
wild.
It is now grappling that priest as well as High Priestess Maris. Let's see here. As it does all of that, I think it also has ranged. I'm going to say it doesn't have range to hit Dusk, but does have range to hit Niall and Jack, and, well, 5, 10, 15. Yeah, it hits all 4 of you. Let's see here. A tentacle. It's a 15 at Dusk.
Meets it, beats it.
Meets it.
I will go ahead.
So it's going to be 5 points of slashing, and you are grappled.
Oh. Can you not hear me?
Yes, I can. What'd you say?
Oh, apologies. I was going to go ahead and use a cutting word to reduce that ability.
All right. Well, that will automatically miss because
Yay,
Dusk
thank you.
needs to beat it. So going on to Niall. Let's see here. A claw tentacle. 16 Niall.
That is a miss.
All right. Whew. A biting tentacle at Jack. A 24 Jack.
Well, that feels personal, but all right.
All right. So a biting tentacle is going to hit you. It's not going to grapple you. It just comes snaking out, and there's a mouth at the end of this tentacle that bites at you. It could be 8 points of piercing, 13 points of acid damage. And then a clawed,
I said no teeth.
clawed tentacle towards Dawn. An 11 will miss.
We'll miss, yes.
And last but not least, the Rapax Incarnatus is going to make a consume attempt as it tries to bring the High Priestess Maris up to itself and literally devour her. She needs to make a Constitution saving throw. However,
Which she gets to add a D12 to.
Yes. So let's see here. So
Come on, Maris.
a 10 is what she has so far. So I'm going to roll that D12. The D12 is an 8, which brings it to an 18, which does beat the DC, as she is not eaten by Rapax Incarnatus. And that is the very long turn of this creature. I think actually it has one more attack it can make on that last priest.
It kind of sounds like you're saying Rat Pack, and like I think it's gonna croon at last.
Rat Packs. Rat
Yeah,
Packs.
I know. I know.
So. A Cursed Guard. All right, the Cursed Guard are going to move. Let's see.
I hate escort missions in games where you have to keep somebody alive.
So, the Cursed Guard that is here is going to Misty Step. Looks at this creature, eyes wide, but there is a frenetic and frenzied, almost feverish grin in this individual's eyes as it beholds this power. As it reaches there, he is going to use Eldritch Blast. I'm going to check here. This one has Deadly Insight, so he will have range advantage on his ranged attacks, and he has a crit on an 18, 19, or 20. So Eldritch Blast number 1 will miss 13 and 11. I think that is his turn done. Both of them miss.
I'm like sweating, y'all.
So
No, I'm so
Cursed
stressed out.
Guard is going to also
Hasn't even been a full round.
Misty Step away and is going to Eldritch Blast as well. Boy, I'm rolling crap. 12 and a 15. Both of them miss.
I don't mind you rolling like crap.
Keep going.
That's going to bring us to
please.
Jack.
Well, not
So
when
at
it's
the
trying
end
to
of
hit
their
the
turn,
monster.
the Rapax
Frickin'.
Incarnatus is going to use a legendary action and is going to attack Win with a biting tentacle. 12 will miss you, Win. Now, Jack, it is
Yes.
your turn.
Great.
Lovely. Jax is going to fly his 3 feet
Okay, buddy, do something
over
awesome.
to the priestess
Yeah.
as he flutters about. Still, so I imagine like this bite kind of like came at him, and he's like, ow, it tore my suit. Oh, I hate this thing. Why is it always tentacles and slime? And then he grabs the priestess and says, you look like you're very important and want to stay alive. And he casts Dimension Door. So he's going to go ahead and then teleport
Nice.
to the opposite side of the room with the priestess, right over there.
All right, absolutely. Does your Dimension Door have any sort of particular Jack-like
Absolutely, it does. So
Jacques ne sais
what
quoi.
you see as the as he goes. As he goes and says, you look like you need to stay alive. And then he goes ahead and like pulls out a rather ornate gold key and puts it into a lock that suddenly appears into the wall or the air next to him. As he does so, he opens the door. And as it opens the door, you hear this little voice go, no, don't go that way. And then they both go right through the door as they pull through in a blast of purple light. And then they wind up on the other side of the room.
Yes, amazing. As you arrive there,
And he sits there and kind of
High
like
Priestess
brushes the
Maris,
slime off of his shoulder.
she's surprisingly young looking for being a High Priestess, and one of her eyes actually appears to be replaced with a green glowing gem. She lands next to you. Thank you. And
Has
she is going
she been
to join
injured?
the fight. She does appear to have
has she been injured?
missing some
Don't
hit
join
points.
the fight.
Oh, well then I will go ahead and use a bonus action to cast Healing Word. And I just say, though you're
I'm
feeling
afraid you've
kind of
already
fucked up,
used
you
a
should kick
leveled
some
spell.
ass. Oh, hell's bells I have. And by that I mean, I'll just look at her like this. And that's it.
Dusk. Actually, before your turn, Dusk, I'm going to make another legendary attack. I'm going to attack Nile with a clawed tentacle. Zhwaup. Natural 20.
That's the
Wait,
sound
wait.
it makes. Wow.
Yeah.
We are going to
Yeah.
silvery barbs the hell out of that.
In that case, the natural 20 is actually a natural 1, so it misses. A fantastic use of silvery barbs.
And it trips and it falls down.
Thank you so much.
Oh, look, it died.
We are going to give that advantage to Dusk, whose turn is coming
All
up.
right. Little extra love for Dusk. What are you doing, Niall?
Me?
Actually, Dusk.
It's
What are you
not
doing,
my turn.
Dusk?
I am going to. Well, I was going to do something else, but because I have advantage now, so I'm going to roll to do my divine wrath at advantage, right?
Aha. You tell me.
I'm asking you whether if I'm incorrect or not.
Yeah, if you're doing something that requires an attack roll, then absolutely you can use advantage from silvery barbs.
Okay, then yes, I would like to do that.
Okey-doke.
Ooh, that 20.
Oh my god!
Nice.
Nice.
It's nice too because the natural 20 happened because of advantage, which is when it's choice.
Niall, you
Crit fish.
stole its natural 20 and gave it to Dusk.
Thank you. And so, okay.
Domain
so
of death energy, man.
3. Okay, so that's. Wait, so remind me how does it work for a spell? It's double
Any dice that you're rolling is doubled.
Okay, hold on. Oh my god. So that's 3d8, and I can do. Where's my proficiency? My proficiency is 4.
I sense a very
8,
large amount of dice
9,
coming.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14 d8.
Jeez Louise. Let's
Wow.
roll it.
Are you physically rolling this, or are you going to use roll
Domain.
20?
No, I'm physically rolling this because
One
we
at a
know that
time?
roll 20 hates me.
I can't let you roll 14d8 one at a time. We just don't have the time in stream, Dusk. You need more
If you roll
dice to roll.
shitty, I am
Do it on the
blaming you.
computer.
You
It's
either need
okay.
more dice to roll, or you have to make use of the technology.
14.
We'll all roll
It's
a
okay. I
d8
have
for
got. We
her.
put
Oh
good
my
juju
God.
into this.
59.
That's pretty damn good. 59 points of what kind of damage?
Acid.
Acid damage.
And next when it at the end of its target's next turn, he takes half of that again.
Oh my goodness.
Love that.
Cast this all the
wild.
time.
The creature. Let's see. Gotcha.
Was that a new ability?
That's I switched my damage type.
Yeah. So, but this isn't one of your new abilities. That
No,
was
this is a good old classic.
Special thing she gets for being a goddess?
Nice.
All right, Dusk. As that happens, the creature roils. It doesn't really seem to have a front or a back, just eyes and tentacles, and then a mouth in the front and also a mouth on the back, bizarrely. As it rolls around and looks at you, you see some of the tentacles beginning to wither away from the acid that you did. It is going to use its legendary action to attack you with a clawed
I'm going
tentacle.
to use a reaction. that?
All right.
And I am going to hinder that creature using Reality Twist.
Ooh.
So whatever you roll, you have to roll a d6 and then subtract that.
Well, I've rolled a 21, which I know hits Dusk. However, depending on what I roll here,
When you rolled 15 before it hit her, and so
I was
6.
wrong. It's
Yeah,
actually
it-
16.
it's gonna
My
hit
AC is actually
regardless.
16.
Okay, so if he rolls a
DC
6,
What? Hang on.
you have
so
to
there's
roll
a
a
chance.
6.
There's a chance.
I rolled a 1. So that is actually going to strike you, Dusk, as the tentacle comes and strikes you. You are going to take a total of 12 points of slashing damage, and you are now grappled in this tentacle.
Can I reaction?
If you have a reaction to use, you can definitely reaction.
I would like to do the thing that tieflings get, the reaction thingy.
Hellish Rebuke.
Hellish rebuke. Yeah, sorry, I didn't have that.
Nice.
All right, so a dex save for Rapax Incarnatus. All right. Let's see here. Dexterity saving
Damn you,
throw.
Rat
I
Pack
roll
Looked like
a
you kind of moved out of the way a little bit.
Yeah,
That's cute.
a natural 20 as you send forth this hellish fire. This thing is surprisingly nimble and moves around and dodges behind these pillars that are holding up the roof of this place. And as such, your hellish fire burns nothing.
And then can I do a bonus action still?
Your turn is over. I made his at least I assumed your turn was over. I used his legendary action as a result of your turn ending. That's perhaps I spoke too soon.
Yeah, I hadn't had. I was gonna
sorry.
do.
Well, then what is your bonus action?
Well, it doesn't matter because the fact that I'm now grappled changes things. So.
Well, you wouldn't have been grappled until at the end of your turn. So, what was your bonus action?
I was going to walk up to it, and do harsh lessons.
Harsh lessons. All right.
Which is from the new thing, from the domain of regret.
Okay. Is that a bonus action?
Yes, it is a bonus action. And it says, you touch a willing creature. Jesse?
It's a willing creature. It's for an ally.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Oh, I misread. Oh,
Such a
okay,
willing creature. This creature seems to be into a
Can
lot
you
of
be
things,
willing,
but
please?
he's not into that. So,
No, but I love that as like we're learning how to do these spells. You're like, let go, and it's like, F you, man.
Yep.
all right.
You just happen to have the same domain as your sister, so.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then everything goes according to, as I said, you are grappled and moving on.
And sad. Grappled and sad.
Brings us to Niall.
So, because I have an ally who is grappled in a tentacle, does that mean that creature is now in range for a strike of mine? Or
no. Treat the
no.
the creature's main center of mass is where the token is. You cannot strike the tentacles.
Got it. Okay, so I can't attack the tentacle.
Correct.
Okay. Well, in that case, my eyes are going to. So there's a dark purple haze behind my eyes, and that haze is going to get much more intense, and smoke is going to start pouring from it, as if my eyes were smoking dark purple cigars, and from them, a shadowy mist is going to cast out towards the creature, and I'm going to cast Ray of Enfeeblement upon it.
Nice.
All right. Roll your attack.
It is actually a con save on the creature's part.
Oh, that's right. I think it's a con save to see if it can throw off the effects. I think the actual spell does require you to hit with the ray.
Yeah, it's a ranged spell attack.
So, what do we do?
Roll a spell. Roll a spell attack. A 27. A 27 hits. The Ray of Enfeeblement goes into effect. It will do half damage on all strength-based attacks, which I think is pretty much all of these.
Nice. Nice.
And then at the end of each of its turns, it gets to make a con save to try and throw off the effects. What does this look? So this beam comes out of you and you just zap it with your eyes?
It's the smoke that comes out of my eyes, as if it was as if my eyes were smoking cigars, and then as the mist congeals, it goes directly to the creature and envelops it.
Alrighty.
And with my bonus action, I am going to run behind that pillar and hide the fuck away from this thing.
There you go.
That is a 23.
Where did you run?
I am running to the pillar that is southwest of the creature.
Go ahead and move yourself there. All right.
There.
Very good. It's out of legendary actions. It's going to bring us to Dawn.
Okay. I don't know if this is going to work. This thing is pretty ugly, so
Okay.
I'm going to assume charisma's not its strong suit.
We're about to get surprised by that.
And I'm going to just reach my hand out and say, you're going to regret coming here. And it has to make a charisma saving throw as I cast Instill Anguish,
Alrighty.
which is a Black Ballad spell.
It is.
The save is 18.
Ooh. Save is 18. So, let's see. What kind of save?
Charisma.
Charisma. Ugh.
I was
that's a good
specifically
sound.
looking for things that are for charisma because I was like, this thing's pretty ugly.
Very hard for me to make this save.
That feels
Not surprising,
very
has
biased
failed.
against ugly things.
Okay,
I mean,
I'm
when
gonna-
it's
what
this
does the spell
kind
do?
of ugly.
this spell, I now
That's
I
fair.
have
I mean, but
I have
also,
cursed this creature now to be vulnerable to both acid and radiant damage,
All right.
which I will yell out to my
Vulnerable
friends.
to acid.
Acid and radiant damage.
And
Too bad I
radiant.
hadn't gone before dusk.
But he's
Oh,
still
don't worry,
gonna
I'm
take
here.
damage soon.
Yeah. At the end of each of its turns, it can make the saving throw again, and I am concentrating.
All right. So I think just because it's cool, we'll say that everybody. Dawn, your eyes aren't glowing, but everybody else's the sort of background color that your character art has, we'll say that's the color your eyes are glowing. So Wynn, yours is glowing with sort of a baby blue. Jack, you've got kind of a burnt umber, pinkish orange. Dusk, you have a teal. Nile, you have a purple, so on and so forth. Just a
And then-
slight glow of something otherworldly behind your eyes.
And then I'm going to attempt to get a little bit of cover and just move off to my view. It's right, so east, and hide
Okay.
behind this pillar over here. Just to try to get some cover from it.
Okay.
And I'm going to be like, I can still do cool things.
All right.
Yes, you can.
The High Priestess Maris looks at you, Jack, and says, okay. And she runs forward.
And I yelled
As
out to everybody so you all know it's vulnerable to acid and radiant.
As she gets to the edge of her ability to run, she holds a holy symbol and sort of compacts in on herself and then sends out a blast of as she third level, which is going
Hashtag.
to bless everybody. So everybody gets a little bit of underwear as she is concentrating on bless.
It's because it's the icon in the game, not because we're all actually getting underwear.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
no.
sorry. Yeah,
I
the,
did
Fun fact,
have a moment.
Yak doesn't
though.
wear any, so that's good.
so
Yeah,
the,
no.
the-
Suddenly, all of us have spectral, radiant underwear on top of our regular clothing.
yeah, so it's been mentioned before,
That
but the
would be
bless
amazing.
icon that I
I'm
You mean
use,
for
absolutely
a
here for that
brief
effect.
moment?
the bless icon that I use is a little pair of wings with a halo, but for some reason, it just looks like a
Looks
pair
like
of
underwear.
underwear.
And you said all of us have that?
Yes.
Nice. What was that? D4?
It's a D4
That's
to all
exciting.
attacks and saving throws.
Nice. Thank you. Nice.
Sorry.
Alrighty.
Oh. This is
And let's
stressing
see.
me out.
Next up, we have the priests. The priests are all going to run.
Okay.
This priest runs to here as it does.
Cowards!
As it does, the creature does make an attack of opportunity on it and hits, and this creature is grappled as it tries to run away. And therefore, cannot go anywhere. Let's see here. The other one is already grappled. The others all take the dodge action, moving as they can behind various pillars, hiding from this horrible thing. They seem to be barely able to look at it, and in fact, you kind of feel, all of you, if you did not have the divine power that is within you bolstering you, just looking on this creature would fill you with so much revulsion, you would not be able to withstand staying in the same room. I guess,
for me.
I guess Dawn has experienced so much goo in her life that this is nothing new. That's gonna bring us back to the top of the order with Wynn.
Just another goo parade.
With Win and all those legendary actions back.
Gooba-doo-boop.
Okay. So, since Win now
Lawful
knows,
goo.
so is it off the floor, Sean? Can I
It is
reach it?
30 feet in the air. It appears to simply be hovering. It doesn't have any obvious ways of flying. It's just
Tiny little
Just
wings
there.
on top,
I'm gonna-
just flapping.
I'm gonna activate my boots of flying and go up 30 feet, so I'm next to it in melee range.
alrighty. What does it require to activate?
It's just my movement speed. I think it's just I
I
can
was just
do
making
it.
sure it's not one of those things that actually takes a bonus action or an action to activate. But I
Almost
will take your
positive
word
not,
for
but
it.
I will. Winged boots. While you wear these boots, you have a flying speed equal to your walking speed.
Perfect.
Um,
you fly. You are 30 feet up.
Fantastic. And as I do that, I pull out my sun blade, which, unlike a lightsaber, I'm wielding it two-handed, but unlike a lightsaber, it doesn't like come out of the hilt. It almost seems like it's pulling moisture out of the air and sucking it in toward the center, and as it does, it crystallizes and turns into almost an icy looking blade.
So cool. As you fly up into the air, your sword activates. That is a bonus action.
Fantastic. And I am going to hit it with that sword.
All right, you'll need to be a little closer. Where you currently are is not close enough to hit it.
Right there.
There you go.
That was a crit.
Oh my god!
So I rolled a 27, but it was a crit. And this is also, I'm going to smite, but also this is radiant damage. Just the Sunblade is radiant damage, so it's vulnerable to that right now.
Oh my god!
Isn't smite also radiant damage?
Yes.
Yes.
Smite is also radiant damage, and then
So-
also remember, Tess, as a cleric, you do blessed strikes, so it's an extra
D8.
What?
1d8.
I'm a cleric?
Your
Well, you
cleric
have the
ability
ability,
from being from your
You
blessing.
have received the boon of the god of wish.
Blessed
Okay,
strikes.
I'm going to need
Therefore, as
help
a
with
cleric,
this.
All right.
you have-
So okay, what
Yeah,
level smite
it's
are you
allowing.
doing?
D8's coming at.
The most.
Okay. So I'm just going to roll the regular damage first.
Okay.
What level?
So that was
Yeah, what level?
a 7, and then
Okay.
I'm going to do a 3rd level smite.
Oh my god.
So that is, I'm sorry, how
Third
many
level is
dice
going to
at this point?
be 5d8.
21.
Plus
21.
an extra
So
d8.
you said 7
blessed
plus
strikes.
21, right?
Mhm.
So 28.
And now another D8,
Yes.
correct?
For
Yeah, for
blessed strikes.
blessed strikes.
Add 3.
3.
31.
Let's use.
Just want to double check your oath of the ancients. This is not the oath that gives you extra damage against aberrations.
Don't know. Where do I find that?
We'll assume not.
I don't think
So-
so. That's
so
never
many
No, I
things
believe-
we're in
I
charge
believe
of
that's-
right now.
Did you
I
add
believe
your,
that's the
you
oath of
rolled
the
the
Plane
7
Walker.
on
Was
your
that a
sword?
complaint, Samus?
Oh,
Yeah.
no,
Because so
Samus,
help me.
did you,
What's
said
your
nothing.
plus for
He
your
said nothing.
weapon? Or was 7 the
No.
damage?
7 was the original damage.
Okay. I meant, was that total including your bonus?
No. Yes, sorry.
Okay.
That was.
Okay, so 31
31,
times
which
2.
is doubled, so that's 62. And it's
And then you're
vulnerable.
vulnerable.
So that's 104 points of damage.
You're my hero. Cool.
And you have another
It's still
attack.
up, right?
Yeah.
It is, Win, I'm going to need something from you here. I need you to describe this. This is one
I
of the,
know
this is some of the
exactly
most,
what happened.
most damage that I've ever seen done
I would-
in a game.
For my spell, Instill
Sweet
Anguish,
Jesus.
I think that everybody is kind of seeing little flecks of like green and like light from Radiant just kind of flickering on the thing. It's like aim for those, like hit it with what it's already vulnerable to, and you can see little flecks of the green for acid.
Ooh,
and,
I love that.
And light for Radiant.
So she activates her winged boots and her sword as she's flying up. She clocks one of those green glowing orbs right in one of its eye sockets, and she just goes straight up with all the force of the flying speed, all the way into the eye with her hilt, straight up into one of its many eyes.
All right. So,
Getting a mini
epic.
lobotomy.
Right into
Yeah,
the
which
eye
is
with
that?
the
It's just
hilt.
like-
The light,
It's got 30 mouths and a new asshole.
the light from your your sword disappears within this creature, and then there's a little glow. You can actually see the glow from your weapon that glows within it as you concentrate. There's a like a sonic boom sort of as you channel the divine power that you now have, and the creature lets out an inhuman scream and rolls over and faces a different part of itself towards you as a mass of vile ichor begins to pour out of it down and creates a puddle on the ground, which begins to eat away at the flooring. Second attack, Wing?
Yeah, so I'm gonna pull my sword back out, and I'm gonna hit it again.
Okay.
So here goes. Okay, 13 to hit.
You have a D4 from Bless.
D4 from Bless.
Thank you. Let's do the D4 from Bless. Add 4, so 4, 5, 6, 17 to hit.
17 hits.
Fantastic. All right, here we roll
Amazing.
Radiant again. That's 11 points. I can't smite on second attack. I always
You
forget.
can.
I can.
We're
You know what?
using 2014 rules, which means that you can smite on every attack.
All right, I'm going to go with level 2 this time, just so I
it'll
don't
be
get
3d8.
too ahead of myself. Thank you. So that's 11 plus 20.
It's 31
so
again.
31 and then vulnerable.
So 62.
Wait, did you also
You only get to add
did you
the
roll the extra
D8
D8
once
for blesseds?
per turn. Once per turn.
That's thank you, Don.
With Wynn's incredible display of divine power, this creature is looking very hurt all of a sudden as it spouts of this vile ichor flying in all directions, splattering against the pillars, running down. The creature's writhing back and forth. The two monks that it's holding, the two priests that it's holding, are being pulled up into the air and thrown onto the ground with each writhe of this creature. That is going to bring us to its turn.
Because I already used my bonus action activating my sword, right?
Correct.
Okay. I was going to action surge, just so you know, but I won't.
Do it.
Well,
Do it.
It takes
Save it.
yeah,
We
it
got
takes
stuff.
damage at the start
Say
of
it.
its turn.
Yeah, takes damage at the beginning
Yeah,
of its
fuck
turn.
him up.
Roll that acid damage for me, Dust.
It's half of what she already rolled.
Oh,
So
all right,
28.
so
It's at the end of its turn.
Oh,
it's at the end of its turn. All right, good.
Yes.
All right, I did manage to recharge Consume. It's going to do that first. The priest that is gathered up in its... Actually, it's going to make this attack on you, Dusk, as it attempts to consume a creature that it is grappling, as it brings its tentacle up and brings you towards its actual form, tries to consume you. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Please don't mess this up.
Oh God.
With the D4.
Don't forget Bless.
With the
Okay.
Don't
D4.
forget Bless.
That's huge.
So 16 plus the D4. That's a 1. So that's 17. And what else did I? So that and bless. And was there anything else?
I
that,
think
right?
just that. So you have succeeded. You are not
thank God.
consumed. However, you do still take damage.
Okay.
Let's see here. You will just take half the damage.
Okay.
The total is...
Is this a strength-based attack?
It is... this one is not. This is a saving throw.
Okay.
If I call for a saving throw, it's not a strength-based attack.
Got it.
The damage is 12d10. So it'll be 76 points of damage. However, it is halved because you made the saving throw. So that's going to be 33 points of damage.
Woo!
Okay.
But it does not consume you, and it does not regain hit points. So that's bad.
Okay.
Are you concentrating on anything for this acid thing?
Nope. It's just
All right.
a thing that happens.
So then it's going to make attacks on all the
happens.
creatures
For the
that are
record,
in
half of
this
76
room.
is 38, not 32.
Yep.
Oh.
Wow.
Just being fair to you, Sean.
Samus
It's
getting the math out before Jesse did. That's weird.
Sorry,
Wait,
I was
so-
distracted by the 76 firm there. I was just shocked by the volume of numbers
say-
in that.
A difference of 6, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Just wanna make sure.
Yeah, 6 more points.
all right, attacks coming at all and sundry. Here we go, as it goes for 25 against Dawn.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah, I gave you some extra cover because you're behind the pillar. So that'll be 10 points of piercing and 22 points of acid damage.
Looking dicey for those.
Crap.
Cannot see Nile.
I rolled 20 on my save to
bastards.
maintain concentration, so
Thank you.
my spell's still up.
Is going to do a biting attack, biting tentacle on Win.
Why though?
An 18
Is it mad at me?
will miss, I believe.
Miss.
Yep. It knows what's good for it.
Jack's out of range. High Priestess Maris is out of range. It is going to attack the 2 cursed guards. A clawed tentacle there, 22. That will hit 3 points of slashing. And the cursed guard to the northwest is grappled. And then a biting tentacle at the other one. 22 will hit 6 points of piercing and 15 points of acid. So that's a total of 21 there. That is its turn done. And now it's going to take how much damage?
It's going to take, let's see, 29 times 2.
58.
58.
Oh,
Unbelievable. 58 points of damage. This creature,
you're beautiful.
its tentacles begin to retract into its body, and then they begin to fly off it like it is a ball of rubber bands that has been sliced. The rubber bands, the tentacles begin flying everywhere. Everyone gets spattered in goo as this creature, between the attacks of everybody and especially Wynn's incredible smite that it was vulnerable to, it could not withstand it, and the creature falls to the ground and begins to writhe and just turns into a massive puddle of slime that seems, as you look at it, seems to actually contain, bizarrely, starlight that twinkles within it. As it falls, it releases all of the people that it has been holding on to, and one of the cursed guards looks at it and says, What have you done? You have stolen this power from us! And this fight is not over.
I'm so
you
glad
guys
I
there
picked
still.
those 2 damage types.
Oh my god, seriously.
I was
Truly.
like, it's still taking damage from acid, and Win is between my turn and its turn, so Radiant feels right. And
Yeah.
So we're going to call that right there the big
Well played.
puddle of goo.
Okay.
Why did it have to be goo?
it's always
It
goo.
always has to be
Because-
goo.
Always
At
goo.
least it's
always where the
sparkly
goo
goo
is
this
grew.
time.
All right.
We are not.
Cursed guard.
Tell me I'm
Niall,
wrong.
it's starting.
Tell me
It's
I'm wrong.
starting to
What do you
be.
got after this?
So,
No,
cursed
it's
guard to
starting to
your
be
northwest.
Uh-huh.
The northwest begins to look at you. This is the one that screamed, looks at you, Win, having seen the incredible amount of power you just displayed. You watch as several eldritch blasts begin to form in his hands.
So he sees that and thinks it's
Charges
a good
it up.
idea to attack.
He's going to send a greater eldritch blast towards you.
This is what got me like
Damn it.
one of the times I died, guys.
Yes.
I'm hitting AC 22.
Beat.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, you beat me. Yeah.
That hits.
Yes.
All right. That's 70 points of force as you are blasted and you're sent reeling head over tea kettle in the air as this power hits you square center mass and it nearly rips your arms and legs right off of your torso.
Wow.
No.
Other
okay,
cursed
sir.
guard sees Dawn and is going to
Wait, which
run
one?
towards her.
Which one was that? That was the one next to Win?
Yeah.
That was this one over here.
I'm not concentrating anymore, by the way,
Okay.
because that thing died.
Okay. Comes running towards you.
Oh no.
Um,
Oh no.
comes running at you, draws his sword. As he approaches, he suddenly seems a little incorporeal and disappears and reappears right behind you as he casts Misty Step. And he is going to attack you with his packed blade. 17 to hit Dawn.
That'll hit.
9 points of slashing, 27 points of force damage.
You said 27 and 9?
Yes.
Okay.
And his second attack,
These guys are
a
nasty.
natural one
Yeah, they're
will
nasty.
miss.
Oh, thank God.
That is the Accursed Guard's turn done. Brings us to Jack.
Fucking hate these guys. Okay. So,
DM, would it be
Yuck.
okay
He's
to
going to fly.
Sorry.
Please continue,
so
Jack.
far away.
I'll get right back to you, Tess. Give me a second.
Yeah. So, Yak, seeing these attacks flying left and right, is like, son of a bitch, son of a bitch, son of a bitch! And he is trying to fly his tiny little self as quickly as he can. As he does so, he is going to...
Speak into the mic, Jack.
Yep. Yeah, sorry. So sorry, friends. He is currently going to look at the other things he has and is going to cast... Oh, gods of knowledge, don't fail me now. And the one who just fired the huge-ass blast at Wynn, he's going to go ahead and begin to... He takes his hands, pulls at the fabric of reality. As he does so, these purple cords spread from his fingers as if almost like creating like a fret in front of him. And as he strums it, he's like, you've lost your fucking mind. And he casts confusion on that Accursed Guard that just fired at Wynn. I will need a wisdom saving throw.
All right. Well, checking here. This one doesn't have anything that helps with that. So wisdom saving throw, I roll a 9.
Is a fail. So, as he says, you lose your fucking mind. So these chords, as they're strummed, then fly across the room, vibrating, wrap themselves around his head, and then worm into his ears. As he then suddenly becomes entirely confused. I need you.
Which spell did you
roll
cast?
a D10, DM. Confusion. From
So I believe
my
he rolls the
cleric
D10
of
on
knowledge.
his turn. On his turn.
D10
you
on
roll a
his turn.
D10.
Oh, that's true. Yes. And then you can't. Then you can't take reactions currently. So
Yes.
we'll see if this yields any fruit. And then from there,
You are
friends,
concentrating on that.
I am concentrating on that. And then, since that was a leveled spell, that took an action. I think that's all the tricks I can do in my bag. My friends, 60 feet. Yes. It's like, and then he looks across the way to Wynn and says, "Don't you motherfucking die!" and gives her a bardic inspiration.
Nice. Short and sweet.
As it threads
that is
across
going
the
to
way.
bring us to Dusk.
Okay. I'm freaking out because Dawn is ouched, so I'm going to move 30, and I am.
Ouched is a great word.
Ouch
I
is
am
real.
going to use my aspect of life first tier, and I am going to heal her for 4 divine dice, so that's 48. 6, 5, 4,
You need more dice to roll.
3.
18. So I heal for
You heal that
18?
one. Yeah.
What, Sean, you didn't want her to do that with 14 dice?
Yeah, no, I really did.
I do have a lot of dice, so I can make it ready. So next time I can just have a bag and just throw
There's
it.
Dusk,
There's a
is your
delightful
turn
like
over?
ASMR kind of vibe to it, though.
That is it.
All right, that's going to bring us to Niall.
All right, seeing Wynn take that horrible hit,
Jesus.
I am going to pop out from behind the pillar and say, "Not again!" And I will let Fate Gripper glow in my hand, and I will reach out towards the accursed guard and teleport directly to him, striking him hopefully with my Fate Gripper, so that it impales
see
his
what you roll, and
chest.
then we'll describe it.
Sorry, I'm having I'm having connection issues.
Yeah,
that's a dirty 20.
So, indeed, as you hold out Fate Gripper, you feel the prick on your hands, at your hand, as blood begins to flow from your body into the gauntlet, and you see the demonic image that's on the back of your hand, that's on the back of this gauntlet, become more obvious as your blood flows into it. Then a demonic-like form roars out from your hand, streaks across the space, and as it does, you feel it pulling you with it as reality bends and shimmers for a brief moment, and then you suddenly appear right next to the accursed guard, and as you say, your blade being held by Fate Gripper. I assume this is your Nixian short sword?
No, it's the
so
Fate Gripper itself. The attack itself
then
comes
as
from
you
the glove.
Oh, nice.
Manifest next to this individual, the claws actually gripping into their chest.
Yes. That is 11 slashing, 17 sneak attack for a total of
damage.
28.
Got it.
And with my bonus action, I'm not going to do anything, actually, because I don't think I can't hide anywhere. And, and because I have this cleric domain situation, I'm going to add a D8 divine
You
strike
roll the D8
to that.
Why are you
I
not
almost
planning
forgot about that.
to,
one.
Why are you not going to use the bonus action to activate Fate Gripper, didn't you? Yeah, okay. So he cannot
Yes,
take reactions.
yeah.
If you want to move away, you can use your movement to get away from him. I see that 1 point of radiant damage.
Oh. Actually, I think that the Fate Gripper is an action in and of itself.
All right. Well, in that case, you do have your you're right.
activating
Activated Fate Gripper as an action, and then it's your attack. So you do have your bonus action. If you'd like to use your movement and then use your bonus action to cunning action hide, you can definitely do that.
I am. You know what? No, I'm actually going to stay in front of the accursed guard because I want to draw his
How
ire away from
brave.
Wynn. So
Brings
I'm
us to
staying
Dawn.
exactly where I am.
Aww. Okay. Seeing everybody hurt, I am going to just peek around this pillar a little bit and others here, I think it was. No, right here. A ball of pink. There was one spot that I could get everybody but me and Jack. Where was it? I just had it.
You don't need
Well,
to get me. I'm good.
I will
bad
take
for
your
you.
word for it.
There. That was where it was.
There it is. That's the one.
I'm going to, and a ball of pink light will just kind of pop up, like the radiant pieces that had shown up on this thing's body from when I made it vulnerable will just start gathering together out of the ooze and come up out of the ooze and then start turning pink, and it'll glow, and then the light will just spread out in a sudden burst. And I'm casting Mass Cure Wounds at 6th level.
As you begin to manifest this spell, the accursed guard next to you snaps his fingers and casts
Fuck you.
counterspell.
Oh,
Does he have to roll for it?
He does.
nope. Oh, he does.
Because that is a 6th level spell.
I cast it at 6th level.
Yeah, he can't just do that, so he does have to roll. So let's see. So that's going to be a charisma check. 17.
What's the counterspell rule again?
So yeah, that does succeed. He has to roll
10
the
plus.
level of the spell, 10 plus the level of the spell. So 17 does succeed.
It's him. Yeah.
It doesn't
Plus
affect.
doesn't help.
Yeah, it doesn't affect.
Fucker.
So as
and that
you begin to
uses my
cast the
spell slot.
Yep, he snaps his fingers, and you feel the magic just fall through your fingers as
But he
you
used his reaction, so run away. Run away.
Mad at this
Run
guy.
away. Run away.
Now I'm just gonna stay here because you
Run
told
away.
me to go.
Oh,
That's sibling energy.
Dawn isn't that
Oh my
dumb.
god.
10, 15, 20, 25,
Mario
30.
begs to differ.
It will
Talk-
be my go.
talk about the
my
main of
movement. And I don't have any bonus actions because I can't use a bonus action because you can't because I technically cast the spell, right?
yes,
Even if it's counterspell. Okay.
correct.
Just making sure I can't use a bonus action spell. Just double checking. Okay.
I hate this guy.
Right.
That's my turn. I hate it when these guys
I mean,
know. That's some
counterspell
shit.
my healing.
for every clutch moment
Yeah.
that we, for every clutch moment we
All
throw
right,
it in
so,
his face.
I hate that Eldritch Blast, and I hate their counterspell.
Brings us to High Priestess Varys, who is going to run
Yeah, fuck
into
that.
the middle of the room, having seen what you just tried to do. She comes forward, as she does,
Nope.
she takes her holy symbol, holds it in the air, and you all feel a wave of power emanate from her. She's going to do the exact same thing, except she is going to
Nice.
center it on herself. And it would appear that the other accursed guard does not have counterspell, as he cannot counterspell you. So it is a 60-foot radius, correct?
The 30-foot radius.
30-foot
Holy.
radius. 30-foot radius. So
60 foot. You can boom it 60 feet away from you, but you have a 30-foot radius.
Alrighty. So she
Up to
might
6
choose
creatures.
to not do it on her. Let's see.
No.
What she does. So boom, 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 boom. So that's 30.
She can get everybody but Jack and I, obvious, if she does it the exact same place that I did it. That gets the most
Yeah.
people.
Because you
I'm
moved,
also
right?
fine. So
But you need it.
Yeah, that's
Tom.
what she's going to do. She is going to do right there.
Yeah.
That'll get Dawn. That'll get Dusk. That'll
As
get
long
herself.
as long as,
that'll
it's,
get
as long as
Wynn.
Win and Dawn get it, that's all that matters.
Yep.
And
Dawn
I
is the
wanna-
type of
Word.
person though who wants the other people to get it instead of her, so that's why.
I noticed. I would like to actually
shock
make
face.
her spell a little bit stronger with my ability, Miracle Worker.
Okay. What does that do?
Ooh.
You've used it before. I just want to.
Yes, I can, as a reaction, when a friendly creature within 60 feet of you that you can see deals damage or to a creature, causes a creature to regain hit points, you can expend and roll your divine dice and add the amount rolled to the damage dealt or hit points gained.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll it.
Cool.
This is a reaction, I assume.
Yes, it is a reaction.
Uh-huh.
8,
That is a
Seven.
special ability from the Black Belt.
15,
8,
23,
5.
28.
So that's
All right.
28
So
was
the
more?
total healing that goes from this bomb is 54 points of healing as she casts this spell.
Nice.
As the healing energy
Hell
rolls over.
yeah.
All of you feel a little bit of melancholy as for some reason this healing magic is tinged with envy.
Ooh.
You look around to see if any of the other people got a little more healing than you did, and you're not sure, but you think perhaps you might have gotten the short end of the stick. Can't
I
prove
wanted
it.
Oh
to
my
do
God.
that. I wanted to heal everybody.
Exactly.
Literally, I wanted to heal everybody, and she stole my thunder. She's the hero now.
Oh my god.
The priests
it's all teenagers.
no
Just
longer
teenagers in this.
priests are no
Hey,
longer.
I'm envious that she was the hero.
Ooh.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. Wow.
That is a bunch of twos and a
Oh my
1.
goodness.
What?
So, I've got one more. I've got one more to do. All of the priests attack the nearest cursed guard, One of them manages to land a hit.
Nice.
This one
The
here
only competent
does
guy.
a total of 12 points of radiant damage to the accursed guard that just counterspelled Dawn's healing spell. The
Good
rest
looking out, Marcus.
miss horribly. That's
Yeah,
really-
Marcus.
And to clarify, these are the priests that keep the aberrations at bay
Well-
from this realm.
They should have, yes.
It's good. It's good.
Oh,
Starting to
now we
see-
know why this happened.
Starting to see some holes in this plan.
Wind, it's your turn.
Well, she was gonna have to heal herself, but now she don't. So she's just gonna run right over to this asshole, and since the Sunblade is out, we're booping.
We're
booping
kinda-
for damage.
Booping for damage.
21 to hit.
That hits.
All right.
The alternate
Using
to bobbing for hours.
two-handed. 7 points of damage with let's just do a healthy first level smite.
Okay.
Healthy.
2d8.
I feel like this is a
That's
first
going to
level
be
spite.
3d8.
But okay.
And in
Three.
fact, I believe the Sun Sword does extra damage to undead, correct?
Oh, yes. It
These
does, it
creatures
does.
count as undead.
All right. So that's why it's the
Fascinating.
3d8.
No,
No, it's
smite goes
3d8
up.
because of the smite.
Okay.
So you get the extra d8 for attacking at undead. I think Sunblade does.
And you can add the extra d8 from the blessed strikes.
Indeed.
So you're at 24 so far.
Correct.
And now another
31. And then whatever Sean tells you the extra.
Another extra d8.
7. And another 6.
37
So-
total.
37 total points of damage. Whack, whack. Alrighty.
Assuming he's still standing,
He is still
I
standing.
will hit him again
Okay.
with a crit. A crit. Unbelievable.
Winning.
Paladin's gonna paladin.
Win is winning.
Okay, truly.
No.
I think last
Win for the
session
win.
I had like the worst
For the
rolls
win.
ever, so I guess I'm just making up for it. So
All
I
the
will
dice are doubled.
go ahead and smite again. I'll do okay, sorry, get the original damage. How about that? Oh, you guys. Oh, it added it itself. Okay, 23, and that is adding with the crit damage. That's the 23
Okay, so
with
that's
the
the crit.
Sunblade.
23 Sunblade.
Uh-huh.
Now roll
and now-
an extra 2d8 for it being the Sunblade, an extra 2d8.
No, the
wait,
blessed only
Blessed
happens
strikes
once
you.
per turn.
So
So
an
another
extra-
2d8 for
Yeah,
Sunblade.
Sunblade.
Okay. And so add a 7 to that.
Okay.
And I am going to smite at the first level, so that's
6
3.
3d8.
times 2
3 more d8.
because
Yeah,
it's
68. Right.
so you're at 30 total.
Okay, 6. Okay. 32.
62 points of
More
damage.
There's another
Is he dead
surge
yet?
of this. You feel the power of Jodin within you, the goddess of wishes. You've wished to have a day like this, apparently. As
What paladin hasn't?
you
No.
absolutely wreck
Oh.
this accursed guard. He is still up, but he looks really hurt.
Oh, okay, fine. Then I'm gonna use my action surge, and I'm just gonna hit him 2 more times.
He looks
So-
really hurt.
Okay. I still want to do it.
So- Yep.
Okay.
You have a bless.
Here's my fail, and no, that was a nat 1, so done. And now I'll hit him again.
Accursed
That
guard
one is a 26.
trying to desperately back away from you. That hits, and you kill him. He has 1 hit point left. As you slice through him with your Sunblade, he falls to the ground, and after a few minutes, there's a little bit of a tinge of red that appears over the body, and then the body turns to ash.
Ooh. Right before he dissipates and turns to ash, I say, "I wish you nothing but pain."
Whoa! That will bring us to the final accursed guard. Looks around. It's the most you could do. It's the worst thing you could possibly do.
He already did it. He counterspelled a
Throw
healing
himself
spell.
into the pile of goo.
Yeah.
First, I need to see whether or not he has not used his Greater Eldritch Blast. All right.
Oh fuck.
Mother.
Am I far enough away?
It's not.
I did just like obliterate his friend. Obliterate. Rudely.
And I just ran
He
away
is
from
going
him.
to move.
He started it.
He's going to move
Yeah.
That is true.
right next to Don. As he comes
No.
running forward and says, "You won't get away so easily," and begins to charge up the Eldritch Blast. You see one begin to appear on appear in his hands as he literally seems to be casting Eldritch Blast over and over and over again, creating a nimbus of power around his hands. Actually drops his sword and concentrates on this completely, and then launches it right at his own feet, encompassing both you, Dawn, and himself, as he is attempting to take you out with him. Okay, Greater Eldritch Blast. I hit
You
AC
hear
27.
echoing from across the room.
That'll hit me. 27 is going to hit me no matter what.
You
What do you
hear echoing across the room the snap of Jack's fingers as he counterspells.
Just gonna double check. You are in range for that.
It's 60 feet and you are sweet 55.
55 feet. Well, this is the
He
accursed
moved
guard.
into
This is the
range.
accursed guard who also has counterspell. So as he hears that snap, he snaps back and counterspells your
Damn
counterspell.
it.
So
wait,
I
can-
have
All of
He
us
gets the
need to
reaction
find
back.
a way to get counterspell.
Okay. 20.
60 points of force damage. As Dawn, you take this damage, you are blasted back against the pillar right here, and he also is blasted against the pillar. Just both of you hit the pillars, slump to the ground. He is still alive, but he looks a lot more hurt than he was. That is his turn. Brings us to Jack.
Okay, so you said he's still alive?
Yep.
I mean, is he? And then is Dawn? Dawn, are you still up? Like what?
If I wasn't, I'd be gone.
That's totally true. All right, so
I'm still
yeah,
good. I'm still good. Kill
flies.
him. Focus. Don't heal me. Don't worry. I'm fine.
Love it. Love that for you.
You would be that person.
No,
Just end it. He's all
don't
that's
worry
left.
about me. I'll be fine.
You have like a healthy 5 hit points left. Don't even worry about it.
I'm
so
still
healthy.
looking great. There's
Yeah, no.
only a little blood running out of my eye. It's fine.
Oh, is that
Oh,
all?
good. Yeah, just a little bit of blood. That's fine. That's totally fine. All right. Yuck is going to go ahead and as he moves forward, you see him also sort of like bringing this nimbus of power into his hands as he does so. His arm sort of grows, enlarges, and then turns into this like howls, moving castle, winged creature claw as he punches forward to then try to like slam this son of a bitch through this pillar as he goes ahead and casts Big B's hand.
Big B's hand.
Using the clenched fist version of this, he's going to go ahead and punch this son of a bitch, which is going to be, what's that, a spell attack. 1 second, friends. Oh, it's just a spell attack. All right, so spell attack is that's a crit.
Well, it seems to be what's
So,
happening today. So
So,
go ahead.
that's
This entirely
that's
makes up for the chase
29 on the
scene.
die, Fred.
Oh my god, seriously.
So that's 60. So that's 68. Yeah. Yeah.
That's 58.
68.
20
So that's, and then do I
That would
yeah,
have.
so that's 29. So that's 29 doubled. Is that what that is? All right. Is that? Oh no. Is it, or it's
It did it.
Yeah, force.
It's saying 46.
Wait, oh no,
46
it's not. It's
total
adding
damage.
bludgeoning. It's because it's giving you the 2 options. So
Yeah.
you were doing the force damage one, Jack?
Absolutely.
Then it's 58.
Yes, force damage.
58.
Love
so
that for me.
I love the idea of as you come forward, just he's slumped up against this pillar. The Bigby's hand just right through the pillar, leaving
Like-
a few chunks
Yes,
of masonry.
absolutely.
And the cursed guard is there in a slip, coughs blood. Breathes his last
Counterspell that.
and dissipates into ash as you have destroyed the enemies. Well done, all.
Holy crap!
That was
we do.
I
battle.
have not seen so
Looks
many
over-
crits
Looks
in a
over at
battle
Dawn and
Dawn?
says,
in a very long time.
"Look like you could use a hand."
Dawn looks around at
Don't
all the
ruin it.
damage her friends did and wishes she could have been, and is envious that she wasn't as helpful as her friends were in the fight, and she could have done more damage.
Well, I am in that moment healing
Oh, go ahead.
Dawn.
I'm-
Or
I'm fine. Leave me alone.
shut up.
yeah.
Shut up. 6, 2,
Oh,
6, 3.
17 points of healing.
I look at I look at Win and I say, "You absolute bitch! I had him!" And I flick you, but in doing so, I cast Death Ward, which will be on you for the next 8 hours.
yeah, I
Love
love
it.
that.
How are you looking, Win, now? You didn't take damage after the big heal, right?
Yeah, I know she's feeling kind of feisty.
I'm gonna walk over to the High Priestess
Mhm.
and check on her. I'll be like, "How are you doing? Do you need? You were in its grasp. Do you need any healing?"
I am. Could be. Thanks to you all. Who are you people? Why have you come to this temple? Not that I'm complaining.
We actually came. I was looking for you, actually.
For me?
Yeah, you were the High Priestess here?
Yes, I am High Priestess Maris. I am in charge of all those who worship Xavier and his sphere of influence over the domain of envy.
It's very nice to meet you, Maris. My name is Dawn. And and these are my friends, and I'll point at Dust, my sister, and Jack, and Niall, and Win. We're actually here, or I'm here. They come with me. They're here to support me on the behest of Ashlyn.
The Sovereign herself.
Yes. I am hoping to entreat you to help me receive a boon from your god.
After what you and your companions have done, I think any sort of boon that is mine to bestow, I would be happy to do. You and your companions are powerful and seem infused with great strength. Would that my priests had such abilities. You could see all the priests looking at the group of you now, their eyes glowing, and Win's sword of radiant energy, and the Bigby's hand, which I assume is sort of holding Jack as a sultan riding
It's like one of
Magic
those
carpet.
hand chairs that's kind of sculpted like that, and I'm just like sitting in the palm of it. It's just lovely. Yeah.
Yep.
With your legs
Perhaps-
crossed.
Perhaps seeing what we've done
course.
and coveting the power that my friends showed today will encourage them to work towards building their own power.
One can hope. So what
They certainly couldn't do any worse.
what boon would you request of Xavier?
You have probably noticed that my friends seem a little enhanced They're glowing
I have
a little
noticed.
bit. We have gone to, this is our 5th temple, looking for power from the gods themselves to help Ashlyn in her plan to help crossing.
So, the Sovereign has bade you do this.
Yes.
I think I know what boon it is you would ask, based on your companions. Feeling a little left out, are we?
A little bit. I feel like I could have been more help in this fight if I had talked to you sooner. But I understand that there are certain emotions that have very negative connotations to most, but often those can be used in the most positive ways.
Indeed, envy does bear with it a negative stigma. But
So does regret.
I don't feel it that way. I feel that it forces us to aspire to greater things. But the main reason why envy is the purview of Xavier is because of the creatures that it keeps away. Those that covet what we have here in our reality.
Like this one? I point at the goo.
Indeed, like this one. After what you have done, I am happy to bestow this power upon you. But be warned, as I'm sure your companions have already felt, it does require great strength and fortitude to wield, especially over time.
I mean, thank you for the warning, but I'm sure I can handle it.
Then step forward and receive the power that you covet.
I step towards her.
O great Xavier, God of purgation, wielder of the power of envy, look down upon this mortal soul and infuse it with that which is thine to give, so that she may shine brightly, powerfully, as a beacon for all to aspire to be. And Maris places her hand on your chest, and you feel bubbling up within you a power, but it brings with it an uncomfortability as you realize you're not as well dressed as High Priestess Maris. It's never been something that you've worried about, but you are keenly aware of it. And you look and see Wynn's strength and the way in which she wielded this divine power. If only you could have that sort of strength infused in you by your deity. Why haven't they? Why haven't they given you the ability to smite? Haven't you done everything they've ever asked? Why can't you lay down powers like that? Each of your companions, one by one, you look at them and realize that there are elements about them that you didn't even realize that you covet, but you covet them strongly. As this power fully takes form and becomes a part of your being, it recedes a little bit. The focus that you have on the power of regret once again rises to the center of your thoughts, but envy is right behind. As your eyes begin to glow with a slight pink hue.
By the way, Dusk, purgation means cleansing. I figured you'd have no idea what that word meant.
Thank you.
Okay, I appreciate it.
I'll look at Maris and bow my head to her and say, thank you. And I'm glad we were able to help.
I am very glad. The least that we poor clerics of Xavier can do for you and your companions is to see to your wounds. And she makes a motion, and the priests come forward, and all of them smiling but looking a little out of the side of their eye at you all, clearly envious of the abilities that you've all been given. And you are all healed to full over the course of the next few minutes.
Nice.
While that is happening, Dawn is going to grab from like the small bag of things we got when we came back from being undead, and she will pull just the sash from her outfit from the party and add it to her outfit.
Yes.
Very
Fantastic.
similar to actually my character art. And add that to my outfit to
I love that.
make me look a little nicer.
I
Very
think
well.
that's a step in the right direction.
My friends, you have all received divine boons and thereby completed the task that Ashlyn has set for you. Now that you have these powers, there's nothing to do but return to the Onyx Requiem and see what Ashlyn wants to do next.
Oh.
Unless you have anything you wish to do or say at the moment.
I appreciate your lessons. You don't have to be so sharp. I will listen.
Have you met him?
Just direct, darling.
He's just trying to help you. The
You'll be
more
fine.
you know.
All right.
And by the way, fine means okay.
Oh, for
That's
fuck's
just
sake.
you know. Really? Stop needling her.
Yeah, you're being a little dogged, if I'm being honest.
You actually see me smiling though, in a way. Like usually my insults come with like scowls and grimaces, but Niall's been actually a little bit more happy spirited in the last, since our conversation actually. Dawn.
Oh,
That's very nice. So, as you are healed, you take a moment feeling the healing energy of these clerics and priests cleanse your wounds. When, unfortunately, you don't get a chance to use the bark inspiration that Jack gave you. But, a group of you, now glowing and heady with this power you have, step out of the temple to Xavier and begin to make your way through Noxvalar back to the Onyx Requiem. However, as you approach a bridge that goes over one of the many canals that move through Noxvalar, stemming from the water that is the pool that is right in the center of Noxvalar, you see a group of well-armed and armored individuals standing, blocking your path.
Oh my god.
Menacing figures. They step in front of you. A familiar armored figure is leading this group. They bear the insignia of the Legionnaires. They hold up their hand, gesturing for you to halt, staring at you with disdain, and without a single glimmer of recognition. You see Janos, the Legionnaire who you chased throughout Noxvalar not too long ago. And he calls out, "Under oath to Lacroix, the Knight Captain, we must oppose all who would accept power from those who dwell beyond, be it through pact or prayer. We have watched your repeated attempts at heresy this day, and for that you must be judged. But this need not come to blows. Give over that which you have stolen from so-called gods, and we will spare the life of one dear to you. and he pulls a figure forward, and you see the bony figure of Johann on his knees with his hands bound, his jaw completely missing. That will be where we take a break. See you back here in a bit, friends, for
Emotional damage.
whatever comes next. As
it
we
back
go
his
into
jaw.
this break, everyone
Where to fight.
have a look at this cool preview for Festival of the Forgotten, Revelations of the Dark Carnival. See you soon.
Did you really think I would notice the blatant hubris of the Council of Coastal Wizards? Perhaps they believed altering the fabric of the cosmos would keep me, from my fledgling warlocks, forcing my hand-selected tools to claw and crawl for experience they deem fit to forge a pact with me. Ridiculous. But the slamming of the celestial door made me realize I've committed a sin. I've forgotten about your world. Probably from the monotony of the same story over and over again. Slay the dragon, stop the evil cult, thirst over the vampire. Well, let's change that. Let's make it fun again, shall we? My carnival is coming to your world for a little housekeeping. All those messy rules those wizards put into place will leave a lot of things forgotten after all. I'm sure you won't miss them. But only if you accept my invite to the greatest story I've yet to weave, just for your insignificant ball of rock. All are welcome, from the most accursed king down to the misplaced orphan. I promise that everyone will leave with their souls intact. Seriously, I don't deal in souls. That's so... last millennia.
And we're back.
Return what you have stolen from me.
There's a reference. Yeah, if anybody gets that one. Welcome back. I'm a big old nerd is really what that's meant to show.
Professional nerd.
That's right. Thanks for joining us. If you are just now joining us, if you've been here, welcome back. This is Severed Threads, Notes from the Black Ballad, the fantastic module by Storyteller's Forge, which we are currently playing. Thank you very much, Soku. Yes, there it is in all of its glory. If you enjoy this module and like to see other things that Storyteller's Forge has, you can definitely check them out. There's a link in the chat, but also Storyteller's Forge. I'm making sure I get the website right. I don't think it's Storyteller's Forge. It is storytellersforge.com. Yeah, pretty simple. Storytellers, one word. But they have this module. They have other modules. They have a module that or an adventure that they've just completed or will be completing thanks to a successful crowdsourcing fundraising project called Festival of the Forgotten, Revelations of the Dark Carnival, which we look forward to seeing and potentially playing. If you like the music, that's from Dia Morte, the amazing band that has done all the music for this podcast. If you like the podcast, this stream, if you like the art, then you have Kai to thank for that. All these links can be found in the chat. This is our penultimate session for Season 2. Next week, our ultimate session for Season 2. There will be a dice giveaway, so please return for that. As we get back into our game here. Any questions from the players at the moment? Comments, insults?
Yeah, I have a question.
Sure.
How dare you?
I second
How
that
dare you,
question.
sir?
I second the question.
How dare you?
All in the name of good storytelling.
I'm envious that he got to it first.
I wish you would stop.
Come.
Knowledge is power.
Oh, Lord, what is happening?
Oh my god, I love it.
As we return now to our adventurers, having
Those would be
just
great for new cards.
Oh my god, I love it.
Shall we begin?
Yeah,
Having
that would
be
just left the temple of the god of envy, Xavier, making their way back to the Onyx Requiem in possession of the divine gifts, the boons that they have received from all of the deities that they have visited, all the high priests of the deities they have visited, so that they can help Ashlyn in her attempts to resurrect the goddess Nixia. As they make their way through the streets of Noxvalar, they come to a canal and a bridge over the canal, illuminated in the ever-present purplish gloom of Noxvalar by brightly glowing balls of blue light hanging from lampposts, and the water from the center of Noxvalar moving slowly underneath the bridge. They see none other than Janos Alduin, the leader of the Legionnaires, or the leader up until his boss showed up, an individual known as the Knight Captain Lacroix. He has with him Legionnaires, formidable fighters, and very experienced mercenary-like stalwart, just bruisers. And unfortunately, also their friend, their Ashen Shepherd, Johann, who appears to be wounded. Janos stands before you, waiting to hear your response. Apparently, he has a way to take these boons from you. He does not believe you should have them, and as a trade, rather than fighting, let us have a barter. This one is known to you, at least, from what we have learned, perhaps even dear to you. So, give o'er that which you have stolen. We shall return this creature to you alive. at least as alive as anything can be in this bizarre place. What say you?
You see Wynn lightly touch her holy symbol, which is a necklace around her neck. It was one of her objects that came with her in her initial crossing over. And it's a heart with 3 daggers through it. And she says, I am shocked you would betray and go against the orders of your own knight captain.
What is it you're attempting to do?
I am using my channel divinity God's Will, which, as an action, I can present my holy symbol and make a verbal wish. You can conjure forth into existence a non-magical item worth a value of no more than 1 gold piece. Complex social objects such as written letters are possible, and your god alters local reality so such papers have official authority.
Mm-hmm.
So, in my hand, I am wishing to conjure an official note saying such, that we would have passage and to leave us the fuck alone, basically.
As she
from LaQuoy.
All right.
As she does this,
Don't, Ryan. Don't.
okay. Okay.
So, this very official-looking document appears in your hand, and
I would have had it like in my pocket or something, so they can't see it have been conjured.
all right. So it didn't just appear that. Yes.
Yeah.
You pull it out and display it. Janos looks confused. Steps forward. I wish to examine this document that you claim is from the Knight Captain.
Be my guest. She hands it over.
He moves into the center of the bridge. Do you do so as well?
Oh. I don't necessarily meet him halfway, but I move forward.
Well, then he's not going to be able to examine the document.
Okay, well then I give
I'll
it
fly
to
to
him.
him.
No, you're little.
No, you're little. You're the little guy.
I'm very fast.
All right, so when you leave your companions behind on one side of the bridge, Janos leaves
I
his
no.
on the other. The two of you meet in the middle, unless Jack, you cannot abide this, and you come forward and just take it out of Wynn's hand against.
No,
her wishes.
I'm not gonna take it out of her hand. I'm simply following behind her as
All right, so
vassal.
as you step forward behind Wynn, one of the legionnaires also steps forward and comes behind Janos, just to keep everything friendly.
Fair.
Of course.
As he comes
Copacetic.
forward
I'm just little.
and takes the document from you, Wynn, and looks at it. This is not possible. Dorian, my liege.
Dorian?
Sorry. Erase that.
Traitor!
We'll fix. Oh no! No!
It's for Kelsier, right? He switched sides because he's in love with her still?
I say,
All a trap.
Legionnaires, behold your traitor captain.
I have another ship.
No.
There are a lot of names, guys.
Yeah, it's great.
So he puts his hand up to his head and closes his eyes and says, "La Croix, my liege. What is your bidding regarding the divine boons?" And you see his eyes unfocus and then refocus and looks towards you, Wynn, and he gives a half smile and says, "Clever, but futile." And he holds a hand up, and you hear a bizarre groan come from Janos as he is lifted to his feet and then thrown down behind the Legionnaires, if you wish.
You mean Johan?
Johan.
Johan.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Again with the names.
They're
I did
so
mean
close.
Johan.
They're so close.
Hey, you're doing so good.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. Yes, a bizarre groan from Johan. This no longer has his lower jawbone as he just lets out. It's just like, and is thrown down behind the remaining Legionnaires that are on the other side of the bridge. He looks at you, Win. Any more tricks?
I just pull out my greatsword or my Nixian blade.
Well, so
Go ahead,
Yak
you can try now.
Yak will attempt to channel divinity and use read mind. I need a wisdom saving throw from
All right.
Janos.
Interesting. So this is something you get from your
From my cleric of knowledge, my boon from the god of all the more you know. So
this is actually detect thoughts, correct?
This is read thoughts.
Which essentially allows you to cast the spell detect thoughts, I think.
It allows me to cast the spell suggestion.
If it succeeds.
If it succeeds.
So that would presume that you are within 30 feet of Janos, are you?
I walked up with Win.
Alrighty then.
Yeah.
A wisdom save from Janos Alduin. This is a big one. That is a natural 1. As you are able to... Very little going on. You
Shut
hear...
He's a himbo.
You sense a intense devotion to this individual known as Lacroix, and a bizarre lack of much personality. There are a few wisps that move in and out. Based on what Dawn described Kelsier, you think there is something similar going on with Janos. But whereas Kelsier's various minds that were in her, that had been attached to her soul, were a cacophony and chaotic mess, this individual, he has his very much under control and very regimented and very separated. So it is just errant personalities, but no errant thoughts. Janos is focused and tensed for battle.
I plant the suggestion in his mind that, having read this paper and the confusion that it caused, he must return to camp.
All right. That is a reasonable suggestion, I would say. What would he do? So, when you see a look of confusion pass through Janos's eyes, and then my liege, there seems to be some confusion as to our instructions. We will be returning to camp to request clarification. And then he steps away and motions to the Legionnaires with him and says, "Bring the skeleton." And they begin to drag Johan away with them.
Oh, this is the thing we can't allow.
Nope.
Oh, that's
hold
not
on.
okay.
I cast nope.
Hold on.
Wait, hold on. So, as they begin to leave, Yak does greater invisibility
Okay.
and disappears.
All right. As you begin to cast this spell, the Legionnaires notice it and says, "Magic!" And we're going to roll initiative.
You son of a... Wait a minute. Okay. All right.
Makes sense.
still was cool.
We're so
We
close.
can't let him
When-
take
when the-
Johan.
No.
We can't.
Yeah, there's no way.
When the oh yeah, okay.
I
So,
had
all right.
something that I thought might be able to get Johan, but it specifies an object, and Johan's not an object. So
I mean, he's a skeleton. The skeleton is a thing.
So
it's not.
I mean, he
Let's-
lives in my heart rent free, so come on. Like,
so obviously everybody is at full health, so let's go ahead and adjust
man.
that.
Join me, won't you, Jax, on the bridge over here?
Yeah.
Do you guys
Man,
see my
I'm
initiative?
already.
Oh, that is a
Whoa.
0 for
I didn't even
initiative.
know
Dust.
I
Zero
rolled
is
a
possible.
0
Yes.
for initiative.
All right.
I rolled an 8.
An 8.
22
Oh, there we
for
are.
win.
All right. Say I am right here by win. I will click on me. Do my initiative.
9 for Nile.
Oh, nice.
It's so weird. I see a 12 for you, Niall, but all right. What did you
And
roll,
then-
Jack?
I rolled twice,
I
and it's
rolled-
at advantage. So my very first roll of the 4 that I did was a 4 on the die.
Gotcha.
Dear Lord.
A
I
24
believe mine was a
for
24.
initiative for
Yes,
Jack.
a 24 for my initiative.
All right.
Yes,
Let's see.
indeed.
Johan, Dusk, Dawn, Niall, Jack. What did you get, Win?
22.
22. All righty. Where did you go? Try that again. All right, at the top of the order, we do have, once again, Win going first.
Yep.
Test.
Uh,
I know
how
you.
How did Win go first
Oh, wait
when
a
I rolled
minute.
the 24?
Yeah, for some reason,
Great.
Jack, I put it at 14, which means that you are going first.
Well, that feels personal, but all right.
Jack, you
So,
rolled initiative 7 times.
So
Yeah, you rolled
DM,
initiative
does
1,
my
2, 3,
greater
4, 5,
invisibility-
6, 7, 8 times.
Oh dear God, that's insane. Wow. Well, thanks D&D Beyond. So, DM, does my greater invisibility still hold?
So, you are in the process of casting the spell. It is actually the fact that you're casting magic that causes the fight to commence. So, you haven't actually cast the spell yet. You can use your action to cast it now, or you can cast something else or do something different. You're not locked into casting a spell. You just moved
Okay,
in such
so-
a way that
so
makes
you're
the
saying-
Legionnaires are really good at spotting magic. So
Okay.
they knew you were getting ready to cast a spell, and but you don't
Okay,
have
so
to have cast it.
So if I cast the spell, I lose my action for this turn.
Well, you use your action to cast a spell.
Yeah, I use my action to cast the spell. Okay, so then having them see to turn, he's like, Yak will immediately go, well, damn, shame we have to do this fight. Then he's going to go ahead and... Wow, bastards. Oh. I want to save my friend. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to do. I will complete the spell and cast greater invisibility on myself.
Very well.
So
you
you
are
see-
concentrating
now you see
on greater invisibility.
As you see, Yak, he starts to summon the spell, and as he does so, he's wrapped himself in like a shroud of owl feathers. As he does so, they swirl, and then the cloak drops, and he's gone. As he does that, I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna fly up and then over. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Puts me there, and I am 10 feet up. As I get myself to just about there. So that was my action. And how Johan's looking pretty rough, correct, DM?
Yes,
All right, 1 second.
he is. He
clarify
he's missing his
before I-
jawbone. He's prone and he is restrained. His arms behind him. in some sort of shackle.
All right, and then greater invisibility. I can still cast spells while using greater invisibility, correct?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
But I've already cast a spell. Oh, fine then. Yeah, so that is me.
All right, that's Win. That's Jack's turn. That's going to bring us to Win.
So he's restrained in, like, is his speed reduced?
Yes, he
Because
cannot
of
move.
these restraints. Okay. So what I'd like to do, but this is a new spell for me, so I'll ask if I can, is use my bonus action to cast Inspiring March with a. So I choose a willing creature, get it to press on. For the spell's duration, this creature's speed cannot be reduced. So would it free him in some capacity if I cast that?
Interesting. Speed cannot be reduced. So restrained, he would still be restrained, but it
But he
would
could
not
move,
affect
right?
his speed. So yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to, that's fantastic news. I'm going to move here. I'm within range now. I'm going to say to Johan, just like when Gandalf shows up in the Hobbit movies and like looks at the dwarves and he says, fight! Instead, he's going to say, I'm going to say run. And I'm going to cast Inspiring March so that his speed is no longer reduced.
The Denethor version as opposed to
Yeah.
free for your
lives. Yeah. Except not in the bat, like the shit way he's doing it. So that's my bonus action. And then I have my Nixian greatsword out, and I'm going to hit the crap out of this asshole right in front of me.
Alrighty. Janos, absolutely.
29 to hit, baby.
Well, at 29 will certainly hit.
Let's do some serious damage. That's an 11, and here comes the smite. And you know what? I'm mad, so we're gonna do a level 3 smite. So remind me of how many d8 that is.
Level 3 will be 5d8.
So go
Plus
ahead and
the
add
D6
27.
for plus 1.
For what?
Dice rolls.
Plus another D8 for
Radiant
blessed
strikes.
strikes.
Yeah, blessed strikes. So 27, so another 8. Wow, so, wow.
11, 27, and 8.
I have 46 total.
46 points of damage total as you attack Janos. Takes that.
And all right, I'm gonna roll the hit again. And I got a 13, so I'm
13
thinking that
will
doesn't
miss.
Hit.
All
That's me.
right. That's going to bring us to the Legionnaires. So, Legionnaire is going to run. Essentially, Jack, he would actually run into you, but I'm going to assume that you just sort of fly over them.
Yeah,
He's flying.
I say I am flying above them. So
Sorry, Sean, can you remind me, Johan, he's not
Yup.
like us, right? He's more concrete, like the lady who runs the inn? Like, who seems
He
more like
is
alive,
not a living
but here.
creature. No, he is a soul that is
He
here.
is a soul, but just
Yes.
looks... Okay. I couldn't remember. There's been a lot of souls.
Yes.
Yep.
So that one is going to move to. Actually, he's going to move. So one comes running forward. This one that is behind Janos is actually going to move through Janos' space to here. He's going to come moving in and set up a flanking with you, Win. And they are going to attack you. So let's see here. Actually, one that is next to Johan is going to use his turn to let out a battle cry, and he shouts, "In the name of the Knight Captain, woe to his enemies!" As he is going to inspire all the creatures of his choice, and it's going to give them some bonus. And then each of these legionnaires draw their weapons and are going to attack you. Win. Just a second here. So the first one is going to attack. Going to be a 26 to hit.
It's
Hits. All right. That will be a total of 22 points of slashing. And you take an additional D8 for each friendly creature within 5 feet of this individual. No, actually going to be a D8 for each one that is within range of you. So it's going to be 3D8.
Does he count as one?
Oh, God.
He does not, sorry. So that will be 7.
I'm my
each
own friend.
Friendly creature within 5 feet. That's right. I'm my own friend.
I like me.
So that is his first attack. His second attack will be a 31 to hit.
Sorry, does he have
I guess it
advantage, did you say?
No, he does not. That will be 19 points of slashing damage. And an extra 2d8 on top of that as well. So that will be another 14.
Is that on each attack? Oh, God.
Yep, each attack. And then the Legionnaire next, the other Legionnaire is now going to attack.
I'm going to use that death ward soon here, friend.
So,
Yeah, you are.
Heartseeker. So, let me see here. 14 plus 3 for synchronized strikes. So that's...
God
I
damn
think
it.
that misses at 18.
It misses.
18 misses. And that was one attack from him. And then the other one misses. All right, so those two are done. The one that is next to Johan has used his battle cry. The other one is going to attack Johan.
Oh, fuck you.
No!
Well, the first attack is a 31. As he brings his weapon down, and you hear the cracking of splintering of bones as Johan, his skeletal form begins to crack underneath the intense fight power of this attack. Second attack will be a 31, which hits.
Jesus.
Watch as
Silvery barbs.
Johan is
Silvery barbs.
silvery barbs. Are you within
Silvery
range for
fucking
silvery
barbs.
barbs?
Are you?
Oh, what is the
Are you,
range?
you
for it?
are
Oh, you put me all the way
105 feet
fucking
away.
Heck at that. What is Silvery Barb's range? 60. Nope, I can't.
Can't do
Sorry.
it. So you watch as,
Cutting words.
unfortunately, cutting words on a 31.
Would a
31,
would a 10? Oh no, God, no, because I imagine his AC is not 21 though.
It's not.
The skeleton
Yeah.
wearing the cool hat?
No. yeah, the skeleton. No,
Oh, fuck.
no, never, no.
The
Retract.
best efforts
Damn it,
and the
Johan.
best will of the group. Your hearts sink as you watch Johan, your ashen shepherd, splintered into bone fragments by the legionnaires who cut him down mercilessly. Worse than that, however, as you watch his form begin to turn to ash, Janos looks over his shoulder and raises a hand. And Johan's form, instead of turning to ash, becomes translucent and then disappears completely. As Janos, the soul stitched, absorbs his soul, adding it to his collection. And
Ew.
blinks a second
Well,
and looks at you, Win. Well, now I feel a whole lot better. And that's going to bring us to Janos' turn, as he is going to
Everyone, kill Janos.
step away from Win, which will incur an attack of opportunity if you wish to take it, Win.
Ah, so fucking lootly.
Okay, go for it.
14 to hit.
14 misses. He knocks it away with his shield, contemptuously, moves forward 30 feet, takes his sword, sticks it down in the wood of the bridge, and pulls out a crossbow, takes aim at Dawn. However, he will miss as light begins to streak from his crossbow heading towards you, Dawn, as it moves throughout the space. The light seems to split into a large number of quarrels that streak across the space towards you. However, I believe a 14 misses.
Does miss.
All right, that is his turn done. It's going to bring us to Niall.
Against his, to his own shock, not realizing how much he actually cared for Johan, my eyes are wet with tears, and I just scream in rage as I run blindly towards Janos, and I am going to cast blindness upon him.
Alrighty, con save?
Yeah.
Janos has rolled a 19 on his Constitution saving throw.
That beats my DC, and I am. Fuck. I'm so angry. That's the end of my movement. I can't hide. That's all I've got right now.
Very well. That's going to bring us to Dawn.
Okay. Seeing him absorb Johan, I feel regret initially as that I wasn't able to save him. And then I notice that he took on some additional power from absorbing him, and I feel envious of that. And I will cast Ideal Self, which is one of my envy domain spells. And I will suddenly be standing a little bit taller. My hair is just like a slightly brighter pink. My outfit has turned back into the dress I was wearing at the party, but it's much nicer and has gold trim around the arms, and there's more gold in the sash, and there's just some light emanating from me, just a soft pink from my whole body instead of just my eyes, as I gain temporary hit points equal to half my maximum level, my maximum HP, so it's 40 temporary hit points.
Whoa!
And then my second ability I get from this that I choose from the 3, I can do that. I can choose an ability score to take advantage on all ability checks, saving throws, and attack rolls, gain the temporary hit points, or take bonus action cantrips on all of my turn. Any cantrip is a bonus action. So I'm going with temporary hit points and bonus action cantrips. So I will then take that light and cast Sacred Flame at Janos.
Janos, all right.
Dex save.
It is. He fails with a 5.
8 and 6 is 14. 18 points of radiant damage to Janos.
18 points of radiant damage. Alrighty. That will bring us to Dusk.
Eat 'em up, Dusk. I think you're muted.
Yes, still be
I
muted.
am
Here.
furious. And you will hear that cracking of crystal that kind of seems to be playing backwards as if a crystal is coming into being. And I'm going to cast Spark of Godhood. So I will raise off of the ground slightly. Bring him back! In booming voice that just reverberates everywhere. And And as a bonus action, since Dawn is right next to me, I will do the harsh lessons.
Okay.
Okay then.
What's that gonna be?
So,
Yeah.
you touch a living creature, because now I know, and I give it, whenever they miss an attack roll or fail a saving throw, they gain a special dice, a d20, which lasts for the spell's duration. Whenever the creature would attempt an attack roll, saving throw, ability check. Atlas.
Cat getting involved there.
Yeah. Or whenever the creature would attempt an attack roll, saving throw, or ability check, it can choose to roll all of its lessened dice and pick the highest roll as the result.
Very good. Yes, this is a new spell from the Black Ballad that Dusk has obtained
From the
because
Domain
of
of
her.
Regret.
She is now charged with the Domain of Regret. So, Dawn, as you cast your Sacred Flame, you feel a familiar force, a familiar divine call as you look at your sister and recognize what it is that she's doing as she reaches out and touches you. It gives you this ability. You see her rising, floating in the air, once again, utilizing this piece of the dead god that she has with her. I see then you move forward, Dusk.
Yes.
All right, that's going to bring us to Jack. Win, what are your current hit points?
30.
30.
Yeah.
Why?
Just wanted to make sure everybody knew. Jack, you're
Uh-oh.
muted
Jack
if you're
frozen.
talking.
Save her.
Oh. Am I?
No, you're not muted. It's your turn.
No, you're
Aha,
good. You're good.
No, sorry. Everything was. Okay, so Yak is going to fly right next to Win. And then he's going to cast, he's going to drop, well, I guess he doesn't have to drop concentration. He'll cast Dimension Door, snag her, and bring her back over to Dawn.
Oh my.
Ah, too far.
So, boop, bop,
So-
boop.
Does the same creature go, no,
So-
no, not that way? And
No, this time the door comes over. You see these like stone, these stone blocks tumble into place, as if they're being summoned from somewhere else within the streets. Forms an archway as the door opens. He's like, "Oh, smell bad," and they both go through and then land on the other side of the bridge.
poor people who are watching this who haven't seen Labyrinth, they're going to be like, what the hell is he talking about? But I get it.
If you know, you know.
You're not going to understand Jacques unless you watch Labyrinth.
Yes. And
No.
if you haven't,
Oh,
I haven't yet.
and
Yeah,
you're not
get
going to
over
appreciate
yourself.
Yak if you haven't seen Labyrinth. Also,
It's
if you're
pronounced
playing D&D, why the fuck
J-A-Q?
haven't you seen Labyrinth?
Yes.
It's pronounced.
It is your turn.
And then,
I'm sorry, Jack.
Win, get the hell
Jack, that's your-
behind me.
Yep. It's your action.
You're
Anything
invisible.
for a bonus action, Jack.
Getting behind you does nothing. You're invisible.
Well, that's right, because Dimension Door doesn't drop that. It's like, get behind me.
Literally.
Figure it out. Yeah.
Are you done, Jack?
I think I've cast my leveled spell, and it is an action to give a potion to somebody, correct, DM?
Yes.
All
You
right,
have a
then.
potion?
Well, I can do no more for you. No, but if I did. All right.
So, Win, it is your turn. Such an
Okay.
asshole.
You
When
better
it
stay
says
right
that
where
I
you are,
can-
young lady.
a
I will
willing-
smack you.
Yeah.
Choose up to 3 willing creatures of your
Fucking-
choice. Can I be one of them?
Yes.
Great.
If you're willing.
So I'm going to cast Hope for Tomorrow, which is one of my new abilities in the Wish domain, and I'm going to give myself and God, I don't know. Dawn, you got hurt already, or no? They tried to hurt you, but it didn't happen. right?
I think you're the only one that's hurt.
Okay, so I'll just do myself and Dusk and Nile all get 5d10 temporary hit points.
Nice.
I already have temporary hit points, so yeah, definitely don't include.
Wait,
So,
you can get
roll your 5d10.
5d10?
Do I roll the 5d10 or
You do.
everybody else rolls their own? Okay.
You roll the 5d10.
So everybody gets
Yeah, roll them, we'll take them.
39 more hit
Nice.
temporary.
That's great.
That roll.
That's insane!
That was
Yeah,
so
it was a
high.
fantastic roll. And then hold on one second. Is my
If you march forward,
Temporary.
so help me.
Wow.
I'm not. I'll be good. I'll be good. I was trying to see if
Don't
I had
believe
a healing spell that was bonus action, but I don't think I do. So I think
Was that
that's
a?
me.
Oh, got it. You don't.
All good?
No.
Yep, that's me.
Alrighty. That's going to bring us to the Legionnaires.
I'm sorry.
That's-
Can I take that back?
You can?
Never mind. I don't take it back. I take back my take back.
Right.
Spell your counter
You're
spell.
You're
so
take-
powerful.
Good turn. Good turn.
Yes. So, a Legionnaire that is here, the second closest to you all, is going to also shout out a battle cry as he shouts, "For the Knight Captain!" and inspires his group. It's going to be his action. So let's start that creature's next turn. Whenever an affected creature makes an attack roll, a saving throw adds an addition +3. So right, okay. So that is what he does with his action. He is going to run forward 30 feet. This Legionnaire is going to run forward 30 feet. What I'm going to do as far as range is concerned. Yeah, it's going to be a bursting crossbow attack. Is going to fire at Wynn. 17, however, will miss, I think.
Does miss.
Alrighty. The others are also going to come. Actually, so 17, he would actually get to add 3 to that. So that's a dirty 20. It's a dirty 20 hit win.
Meat to beat.
Meets the
Yeah.
meat. All right, so that's going to be a total of 13 points of piercing and
Bardic.
19.
That's gonna be a
Bardic.
cutting word on that one. Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
Cutting word will definitely make a miss. So the other
Sorry
Legionnaires
for the
will-
delays.
It's, yeah, it's all right.
Internet.
Fix it.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. As the two of them come forward, are also going to fire their crossbows. If you want to turn off, like, reboot after your next turn, Nile, see if that helps. No promises, but it could. Bursting crossbow
The whole
attack
computer.
at Dusk and on Nile.
I'll try. All right.
Oh,
A 16 on Dusk. Actually, that would be a 19 on Dusk. Right. So that'll be 11 piercing and 18 fire. Can you please make a strength saving throw, Dusk?
Jesus.
Oh, I'm awful.
Crossbow.
That's wonderful. That's 11.
11 is a failure. You are knocked prone by the blast of the crossbow
So I'm
bolt. that-
floating 1 inch off of the ground, prone.
Stiff as
There's nothing
Light as
about that
feather, stiff as
ability
a
that
board.
says you become immune to the prone condition, correct?
Wait.
Because that's a
Sorry.
very good point.
Additionally, hold on. Sorry. With the hope for tomorrow, additionally, they automatically succeed on the next saving throw they attempt.
Ah, well, there you go. You're not knocked prone.
Okay.
See, this is old school D&D where everybody's like throwing books around and rolling. Like, what? Huh? That's
Right?
fun.
I love it.
You do have to make a con save though for harsh lessons.
100%.
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Harsh. You said there was a
It's a
Which one?
concentration check con.
concentration. What do my concentration? Well, I rolled a 15. Is that good enough?
That's
on
good
the
enough.
die?
You are holding on to concentration
Sounds
for
good
harsh
enough.
lesson. The other Legionnaire is going to fire his crossbow at Nile. A 27 to hit, I think, will actually No way
Oh,
it's
Sean,
gonna
I'm
miss.
so sorry. Sean, how much
Well,
damage did I
silvery
take?
barbs that one.
Silvery
Didn't-
barbs. Okay. Your question was how much damage you took?
Yes, I'm sorry. I forgot to put that down.
11
And then
piercing
19.
and 18 fire.
Thank you.
All right. So I'm rolling again for silvery barbs. A dirty 20 to hit. All right. So who gets the advantage?
Still hits. Yep.
Do they
I
suck?
will give it to. I'll give it to Dusk.
All right. So Dusk, you have advantage on your
Nice.
attack. That's going to be
Sorry about that.
14 points of piercing and 14 points of fire damage. And I need you to make a strength saving throw, please.
It succeeds.
Okay.
It succeeds. Never mind. Niall, you
That one is going to automatically succeed.
Yep. All right. So that is the Legionnaires all done. Brings us to Janos Alduin. Janos Alduin is going to step forward. He pulls his sword out of the bridge as he comes forward. As he comes towards you, Niall, it appears to be made of some sort of red lacquered steel, and in the center where the fuller of the blade would be, that's actually completely missing. So it's actually two thin rapier-like blades on either side of a longsword hilt. So a bifurcated blade as he comes forward and attacks you. 21 to hit. Will hit to be 9 points of slashing as he slices at you, Niall.
Hits.
You see blood begin to run, and you see it coursing and spinning around the two blades, intertwining with one another as it reaches Janos Alduin's hand gripping the hilt. You watch some of his wounds close as he takes some of your life and adds it to his own. He's then going to attack again. A dirty 20 to hit. 14 points of slashing. He gets
Okay.
back 7.
Okay. Hits.
And then his third attack will be a 13, which will miss. That is his turn done. Brings us to you, Niall. We wait for the delay.
All right. I am going to look at my bloodied body and just start laughing. And as I laugh, smoke begins to pour out of my mouth as I cast Cloud Kill. And I'm going to put it at a square and a diagonal over the bridge so that it does not encompass Dusk, but it is at the angle, and it will roil forth from me as my laughter turns hysterical.
Nice. That's a great spell. What is the
image.
radius of that, please?
It is a 20-foot radius. It is going to be a square, but I have to put it at a diagonal so that it hits Janos and does not hit Dusk. Is that possible?
It's not a square, it's a sphere.
A sphere. Okay. 20 foot. I believe that's
So
10.
It's a, yeah.
There you go.
So
Oh, all the fuck yeah.
that's 10, 15. I'm going to do it another size larger. All right, so there we go. That is your cloud kill, Niall, as you begin to concentrate on that. The area there is completely obscured. You cannot see the Legionnaires in the cloud, and those of you on the other side of it cannot see beyond it either. You do not have line of sight through it. However, it is a very noxious cloud of vile poison that is now across this bridge. Anything else, Niall?
Nope, that's 19 points of damage, and it will affect all of them now. There's a con save for all of them to take the moment they enter it.
I think this spell is like Spirit Guardians in that if they enter the cloud on their turn, they take the damage. Otherwise, it just happens on the beginning of their turn.
It says when
When the creature enters the spell area for the first time on a turn or
It
starts
says
its
when
turn
a creature
there.
enters the spell area for the first time.
I'm aware.
On their turn, though.
It is the way the spell
on
works
their
is
turn.
they will take they don't take the damage twice per round. So on the beginning of their turn, they will take the damage. If somebody moves into the cloud, they take the damage. But they'll definitely take the damage. Just step
Misunderstood.
away.
I'll try to restart
that's-
to mitigate the delay.
Thank you very much. That's gonna bring us to Dawn.
Okay, weird question. How sturdy does the bridge look? Did the bridge look?
Reasonably sturdy, as well as you could tell. It appears to be made of some sort of wood, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, light it on fire, man.
I don't have something that lights it on fire. I do, however, have shatter.
I love shatter.
So I'm going to drop it because I don't have to be able to see where I drop it. So I'm going to drop it on the 2 legionnaires in the cloud kill between them.
All right, yes, it erupts from a point of your choice within range.
Yeah.
So yeah, somewhere in the cloud kill. They can't see this coming, so I'm going to give them disadvantage on the spell save.
I rolled 2 8s on the first 2 dice I rolled.
Nice.
I did 18 points of damage.
So what sort of saving throw am I making here?
Con save.
Con save. So.
I get that.
Fight a
Also
friendly
from
creature that is not
envious.
covered AC. Dexter saving throws.
And I don't know, but the bridge also takes the damage. I'm thinking 18 points isn't enough to make the bridge fall, but
No, it is
worth a
not
shot.
enough to make the bridge fall. Although it has definitely damaged the bridge. One of the Legionnaires, despite being at disadvantage, thanks to the war cry that he is still benefiting from, manages to make their saving throw. The other one does not. So what the total damage was?
18.
18 points of damage. So we'll say that the one that is closest to you has failed, and the one that is furthest away has succeeded. That is Dawn's action. Anything?
Yes,
Nope.
my bonus action will be Sacred Flame at Janos again. I'm still ideal self.
Oh, ideal self. Right. Okay,
I'm still
yes.
glowing. I'm still dressed in fancy clothes.
Got it. Dexterity save from Janos.
She's had a glow up.
15, I think,
It's a
is going to
fail.
fail. Yep. That is how much damage?
16, 20.
20 points of damage.
Radiant.
All right. Spells flying in all directions here. That's going to bring us to Dusk. Dusk, there's a wall of poisonous vapor right in front of your nose.
Wonderful. Love it. No notes. I am going to... Oh shoot, where's the
No notes.
for my Spark of Godhood, which I have somewhere. There it is. Okay, I swear I have it. I'm going to use the ability that comes as part of it, where as an action I unleash a blast of divine power in a 30-foot radius. Then I spend divine dice. But what's nice about this, there's many things that's nice about this, but one of the many things is that each friendly creature in the affected area regains a number of hit points equal to the amount rolled, and each enemy creature in the affected area takes damage equal to the amount rolled.
Yes.
Doesn't say anything about needing to see them.
Okay, yes, that doesn't. You're quite right. This works without having to see it. You've used this spell before, or the ability before. Go ahead and roll those divine dice, please. Dusk. A special ability that the godless get to use.
Yeah. 7.
But I'm going to put a little
6.
cool aura on you to represent your aspect
2.
of divinity.
And 4. Wait, hold on. Where's my card? 7, 6, 2, 4. That's 19.
Alrighty.
So-
19. So 19 healing and then 19 damage.
Yes.
And what is the
So,
radius? Does it hit everybody?
30 feet.
5, 10, 15, 20. So it definitely hits the ones within the cloud, but not the ones without. So I'm going to.
And it should hit all of my friends too.
Indeed. So 18 points of damage to those 2 legionnaires. And then 18 points of healing to Niall.
Wait, wasn't. Oh, yeah, okay.
So,
And Win.
there we go. That is.
And Win.
And
yeah.
Win,
Yeah,
right?
Win.
Win also,
Yes,
yeah,
Win.
Win
Yep.
also heals.
I forgot you were also hit earlier.
Okay, so that's Dusk's action. Anything else, Dusk?
That's awful.
All right, brings us to Jack. Jack.
Yeah, okay. So, you see Yak go ahead and drop greater invisibility as he goes ahead and takes to the sky, and he says, "By tooth and by claw, I will rend him from your body." Wolves. Using conjure animals.
Okay.
Ooh.
Dolphins.
Wolves that look like
Yes.
dolphins.
Wolves.
Wolves wearing dolphin
sea. Oh my
costumes.
god. Jesus, if I just have the
Ooh.
dolphins.
And emo
Oh my God.
hair.
No. Yes. Emo hair dolphins destroy the bridge. Yeah, no.
So you have summoned wolves. What?
I have 8 wolves, which I can conjure. I wish to put them around so 2 by Nile and Butthole, and then the rest of them can pack into the back of the bridge to attack the 2 legionnaires. If that is
All
allowed.
right.
If not,
Just
then they
need to
will
make sure
maintain
you
the bridge
might
on our side.
need. I don't think you get to split them up. I think you have to summon them all in one spot, and think you have to be able to see the spot that you summon them.
Great. So that you can see within range, correct?
Okay, so you want
So,
them all to
I
just
will,
sort of
I will-
summon around you?
You can't
Yeah,
see the
so
guys
I'll
on the
have
other
them,
end of
and
the
then,
bridge.
I want if I fly 30 feet up in the air, but they all have to conjure around a spot that I can see. I imagine so.
They all have to conjure in the same place. Oh wait, actually,
Love it.
I am mistaken. You can summon them wherever you want. You just have to be spaces that are unoccupied.
Yeah.
So you fly up 30 feet. I would say up 30 feet.
Yeah.
Were you already in the air?
So fly up. I was. Well,
So how high are you now?
yeah. So I was 5 feet up in the air, but
So you're now 35
that would be
feet.
35
Okay.
feet up.
All right, so
Yeah.
35 feet up there. I'd say you could see over the
Can I see
cloud.
over?
So how
Hold
many?
on.
Yeah.
And-
So 3
I
and
get
4 and 4.
Yeah. So 4 and 4, if you'd be so kind, and then kindly move that Tetris piece into those legionnaires, if you'd be so kind, and then
Yeah, you got it.
and then just one right. Great. That's.
All right.
And now you get to do all their attacks.
Lovely.
So as you rise up into the
And-
air and cast this spell, greater invisibility drops.
Greater invisibility drops, indeed. And so you hear Yak say, by tooth and by claw, I will rend him from your body. And as he does so, he throws what seem to be feathers, and as these feathers strike the ground, they then morph and shift into these snarling purple wolves. But there's something off about each and every one of them as they then split and then have 3 heads appear where a single head should be.
And
DM,
one
do you
is
want me
a-
to roll initiative on these fellas? What is a dolphin?
We'll roll initiative on these.
Good God.
I got it.
The spell specifies that they go at the end of your
stop.
Oh,
turn.
that's right. They go at
Okay.
the end of your turn. That's right. So many different summons.
there it
yes,
is. Lovely.
They go at the end of your turn. So
Because I rolled
they go now.
apparently 30 different initiatives.
Yeah. So
Huzzah.
they are going to. I'm going to go ahead and have them all bite Janos, if you don't mind. So at advantage for pack
That'd be great.
tactics, a
At advantage for pack tactics.
a 9 will miss. A 9 will miss. A natural 20 will hit.
There it
So
is.
it's going to be a total of 13 points of piercing damage.
Love it.
So
If you would be
the
so
one
kind
that
as to take.
attacked-
Well, here.
yeah, so at least one of them is going to have to move out of the space in order to let the other one come in. Janos is going to take an attack of opportunity on them as they move.
That's fair.
Natural 20. He
Survey says.
slays that wolf and regains some hit points.
Oh,
Damn it.
thing.
Well, so they are fey creatures and are
But they
not
still have hit
souls.
points.
Oh,
It's
true,
his-
true,
it's,
they do have hit
something-
points. All right, so.
It's something he's doing with his whip. Does not seem to be
I
a
see, I see,
soul-stitched
I see.
ability. And so I have taken the
love it.
damage, and then, so now the other wolves, I'm going to have them all concentrate on one. And it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, all at advantage. All have missed, unfortunately, as
Jeez.
they leap at that Legionnaire and are defended against. That's going to be Jack's action. Bonus action, Jack.
And then can I have Janos, just for kicks and giggles, make a strength saving throw?
Oh, yes, for his, for that, yes.
Yeah, for that.
He is not pulled to the ground.
I didn't
That
think
is-
he would be, but
We're going to
hey.
bring us to win.
I'm going to use another one of my wish domain spells, and I'm going to target Janos.
Okay.
This is Heart's Desire, and the target has to succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or be stunned.
All right.
And so basically, what I'm trying to do is conjure in front of him where only he can see his Heart's Desire, and he'd be so distracted by it that he becomes stunned.
It's me.
So
Kelsier?
Oh, it's gonna be
Is it
Kelsier.
Kelsier?
you cast the spell, Win, and you give it a little bit of direction as you expect it to be Kelsier. You see nothing in his eyes. He does not recognize Kelsier as he has rolled a 21 on his saving throw and has succeeded. He apparently has lost all memory of Kelsier. That is your action, Win. Anything else?
Heal yourself.
What?
I think he wants
that
you
a
to
suggestion?
heal yourself.
I
You got
can't.
any heals?
I don't
That'd be
have
great.
any. I don't have any bonus action heals. All right, that's me.
Alrighty. I know the new addition is Lay on Hands.
In
Lay on hands
2024, lay on hands is a bonus action, but in 2014, it's an action.
Yeah, we're in the past here.
Oh.
Okay, so that
Oh,
But we're in the past.
All right.
brings us to the Legionnaires. All right, so first of all, the two Legionnaires who are in the cloud of poison need to make con saves. I have a 25 and a 28, so they both succeeded. Roll damage, please, Niall.
I rolled once already. We can take that, or I can roll again.
Sure, what did you roll?
It was 19. It wasn't a great
19 points of poison damage, so that's going to be
Halved,
reduced
so-
to 9.
roll. 9.
All right. Now, the Legionnaires in the back, one of them disconnects a pouch of some sort that's on their belt and throws it into the cloud of poisonous gas as he uses an anti-magic grenade, and the cloud of poisonous gas disappears and is gone.
Okay.
I forgot they had those.
The other one is going to attack these wolves. Is going to attack. It's going to hit. Both hit. So does 2 attacks, and with each attack, slays a wolf. The wolves turn into the purple mist with a howl, a forlorn howl, as they are slain. He then is going to run forward, which will incur an attack of opportunity from Wolf. There. Wolf will attack with a bite. Natural 20 will hit. Doing 8 points of piercing. And I suppose I'll need to make a strength save.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they'll crush that. Oh,
Well, it's likely. Yes, I did. So he
Okay.
took 8 points of damage, so he is not knocked prone. Other one also is going to run forward to there, and will also take an attack of opportunity from Mr. Wolf.
And Cloudkill's gone, you said, right?
Cloudkill is gone. A dirty 20 will hit.
Yeah. Go Wolfies.
And that's going to be 6 points of piercing. Okay.
strength saving throw on him too, just in case.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, just in case.
25 has succeeded. All right, so that is
Well,
the one did the anti-magic grenade. The second legionnaire comes running forward 30 feet, is going to aim a crossbow at Win. Is going to miss with a 17. And
Yep.
make him miss sweat.
yeah, that's going to bring. So the other two are going to step forward to here. And what cool thing can this individual try to do?
Surrender.
Jump off the bridge.
Die.
He is going to
Jump off the bridge.
run
Two
to-
backflips.
He's going to run to next to Janos. He's actually going to attempt to run along the rail of the bridge to get to the back line. Going to give this guy a chance to fail at this.
The handrails of the bridge are super fragile because of the shatter, so you should have disadvantage.
I just realized something. I'm so sorry. And I'm looking at these stat block again. I completely forgot. The Legionnaires are immune to poison, so I'm going to give them back the damage that they just took.
Yeah.
Deepest apologies.
Brutal.
Yep.
Well,
All right, so
we
acrobatics.
all learned something today.
A dirty 20 will succeed as they move around and land behind Nile and are going to take advantage of the flanking to attack you. 30 to hit Nile.
I'll silvery barbs it just to give myself advantage.
All right, I'll roll again. A 14. I was going to miss.
Oh, I'll take that.
Second attack.
Oh, son of a bitch.
30.
Yeah,
Going
that'll
to
hit.
be 11 points of slashing. Very low roll on the damage there. Legionnaire in front of Dawn is going to attack. 25, 18 points of slashing damage. Dusk, please roll a Constitution saving throw for your spell.
Constitution saving throw. Ooh, nat one.
Natural 1. You lose concentration on your spell.
Harsh
For as
lessons.
awesome as we did in the last fight, it is we
We're
are like
sucking
paying for it now.
Hard on this one.
Seriously.
The second attack is a 17.
My AC is 16.
18 points of slashing damage. That is the Legionnaires done. Janos is going to attack. Janos is not stunned. Yes, he is going to attack Niall. Niall, did you make Constitution saving throws for the damage you just took? I guess you
no,
would.
the spell is gone.
Your spell's gone. Yes, indeed.
Is that a concentration spell? Oh, learn something
Yes.
new every day. Okay.
All right. Blood Drinker is going to attack you. 19 to hit.
That hits.
6 points of slashing. He regains 3. Second attack. 14 will miss.
Yep.
That is Janos' turn done. Niall.
All right. I am just going to look at him ferociously and draw my sword, and I'm just going to try to plunge it within him. I'm using my Nixian blade short
All right.
sword.
Niall, the rogue, going in the front lines. You sure about this?
No, a 29 to hit.
That will hit.
That is a 28 points of damage.
All right. As because the wolves do count as allies, as you slash your weapon into Janos, how much damage do you do?
It's 28 plus my bonus D8. Another 5 is 33 total.
33?
Mm-hmm.
He had 32 hit points left as you pierce him in the heart. He looks down and looks at you and says, I'll be back real soon. Turns to ash.
I will briefly look for any hint of Johann's soul, and as he dissipates, and I'm gonna bonus action disengage and run back a little bit.
Alrighty, bonus action disengage, and you run back.
End of my turn.
All right, that's gonna bring us to Dawn.
Okay. That changes what I was going to do.
Of course.
I am going...
Doesn't it always? It's like, son of a bitch.
Always.
I mean, good on you. Good on you.
Sorry,
God damn
but
it.
also not
How
sorry.
dare you do cool things? So rude. Okay. I am going to, because I'm apparently not going to use any of my abilities I came into before this game, and only going to use things I got in the
why
Sunless
not?
Crossing. I'm going to use the Intellector, which will just, you will just like see some like little sparks just lighting off of the crown.
That's so exciting.
As I cast Synaptic Static from the Intellector.
Oh,
And I can
nice.
get all 3 of these Legionnaires without hitting any of my friends.
all right. Or the wolves?
Or the wolves here. Like,
Fantastic. So I'm doing intelligence saves, right?
intelligence saves.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. I have failed with all 3. That's going to be
Nice.
26 points of damage to each of them.
And they all have a d6 that they have to use
Right.
to reduce their attack rolls ability checks.
Yes.
And then I'll use my bonus action to cast Sacred Flame
So
on the one
excited.
that's right in front of me. So, actually, no, on the one that's right in front of my sister. Because screw that.
Smart.
So that's a dex save.
Screw that guy in particular.
All right. A dex save, and he has to roll a d6 on this, right?
No, that's, I think the Synaptic Static doesn't include saving throws. It's just attack rolls and ability checks.
Just tech rolls, yep. Thank you. Alrighty, dexterity save. Tries to jump out of the way, rolls a 10. Has failed.
Fail. 19 points of radiant damage.
Alright. That's Dawn's action and bonus action. Any movement, Dawn?
Nope, no movement.
Alright, brings us to Dusk.
Okay. I am going to, again, release the energy that is within me
Okay.
in a blast of gold surrounded by a dark, very menacing teal color. And it's gonna be
Nothing says
5.
menacing like teal.
Exactly.
If looks could teal.
7.
Deal with it.
She's a big teal.
Okay, so everything around me either takes 22 or gains 22.
Wow.
Oh. How? So when you say around you, how big is that radius?
30.
We're all within.
30. Okay, that's what I thought.
You're 35
Technically.
feet, Jack.
Technically, I'm 5 feet out of it.
Yes, so you do.
But
yes,
you never
actually
get
work-
hit, Jack.
Yeah.
Because I'm 35
need it.
feet out of it. Because weirdly enough, when you run into the fight, that's how you get hit. I don't understand how you people can't figure this out.
Yeah, but did you see what she did to that thing? It has to be up
That
close.
was horrifying.
All right. Well,
Okay.
Jack, you
That's
get
where
to
I'm
put your attacks where your mouth is now. So, is your turn.
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to go ahead and, following Dawn's example, I'm going to cast Synaptic Static on those 3 Legionnaires. So they're going to be so dumb they can't even remember how to tie their shoes.
So now, unfortunately, the effects don't stack, but they will take the damage.
They don't stack.
They don't stack, no. You cannot be under the effects of the same
So
spell
that's
more than once. Do you still want to cast that
Twice.
spell?
Yeah. I mean,
Still does
you know
damage.
what? I'll tell you. No, here's what I want to do. It still does damage. However, it does do damage. However, what I would like to do is I'm going to follow her early example, and you see him go like, "All right, let's see if we can bring this house down," and he activates his choker as you using my bonus action.
Crystal
I see
Splinter.
the crystal splinter activates at my throat, and you suddenly see Yak go silent, and as he does so, he then casts Shatter down on the bridge in that exact same square.
So the silence that encompasses you, Jack, reminds you of the silence that you experienced in the domain of death. As you realize you are unable to make a sound except for one exquisite, high, piercing note that begins to emanate from Crystal Splinter itself. I would love a word or a phrase to go along with this note, if you would be so kind.
Of course. The word is break. And as it does so, it just and like resonates out.
As it comes down, roll your damage. I'm going to do some con saves here. No, not con saves.
Will do.
Is it con saves? Yeah.
Yeah. Nope. 3d8. Don't suck. Okay, 14. Not amazing.
14? All right.
14.
So I have two
If they can
20s
make the
and a
con
14. So the 2 20s will save. So that'll be
So
7
it's 2 halves and a
points
full.
of damage.
Yeah.
And the last one will take all of the damage. There is a very loud crack that emanates from the bridge, and several of the boards fall down, and the entire bridge sways precariously. It is close to breaking.
Now
else,
the
Jack?
bridge wants to break.
And now,
2 shatters have
and
been
now
cast on it.
the wolves.
The wolves, yeah.
The wolves.
Alrighty.
So these, the 2 wolves on the back are doing exactly what you said. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. They're going to charge, and then these
Another
the
freaking natural 20. 6, so that's
13.
13 points of damage to that Legionnaire. And a strength save.
Now, to be fair, it was a nat 20 and also a nat 1. So, you know.
The Legionnaire makes a strength save. What about the other wolves?
So the 2 that are on the off-bridge side are going to go ahead and attack the Legionnaire that is that is nearest to our group.
Okay.
The other one is going to back up Dawn. Or Dusk.
All right, so we'll do that, and then that,
Yeah.
and then that. Alrighty. So, attacking the Legionnaire. 1 and 2. Another freaking natural 20 and a double natural 1s. So
double natural 1s, double natural 20s. So one wolf always misses. One wolf.
There are 2 wolves
There
inside
are
of
2
you.
doors. Yeah.
100%.
one wolf always misses. One wolf always rolls a crit.
They're both.
And they both
they're
fly.
both crits. Oh my god.
That one is going to miss on his bite attack, and so that is all the wolves done. And Jack Down brings us back to win.
Did
All
you
right.
roll for the strength saves?
I did. They managed.
I'm just saying. I'm just trying. Shoot my shot.
May I DM with my with my unravel ability to walk through things? May I walk through? It doesn't really apply right this second necessarily, but can I walk through enemies without provoking
Yep.
an attack of opportunity? Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Good to know for later, but for now, I'm just gonna walk right through Jack and
It would still provoke the attack of opportunity. You have the ability to do it. If you leave a
It would-
space that they are threatening, then they can still make an attack on you. And Jack is actually 35 feet up in the air, so you don't have to worry about using
well,
it.
then I don't.
As previously stated.
Don't even
I'm gonna.
do it.
I don't even want to do it. All right, so I'm gonna hit this jackass. No, I'm not, because that was a 12. I'm going to try again,
I believe in you.
and that was 14, which I don't think helped anything.
You're correct. Both miss.
Y'all, I used all my crits up, so that was embarrassing, and I'll just stand there.
All right, Legionnaire, let's see, is going to, still doesn't get back his battle cry. He is going to attack
Won't cry
you,
about
Win. Shoom. Now, there's a natural 20 of my own.
Silvery barbs. I'm sorry, Sean.
Damn it.
I'm gonna use it.
Of course, why would you? 23 is going to hit 29 points of slashing to win. That's a lot. Where
I have
does
10
the
hit points.
advantage go?
Taking,
You're
I'm taking it.
All right.
I have my temporary hit points. I'm
Whoa.
good.
For now.
Okay.
So
but also-
that was the first attack. Second
Stop
attack.
walking into the fight with not health.
18 will
I
miss.
had help.
All right, these two fellows attack the wolf, and both of them slay the wolves again, forlorn. As these three-headed purple mist-like wolves are destroyed. So each one of them takes one attack and kills one of the wolves, and then charges forward. And coming to there. So even with the D6 off, they definitely hit those wolves. The Legionnaire is going to attack the wolf behind him here. It will still hit and kills that wolf. And then is going to attack Dusk. We're going to get 2 attacks on Dusk. 30, even if I rolled a 6 on the D6, is still going to hit. That's going to be 27 points of slashing damage on Dusk.
Okay.
Second attack, that will be a natural 1, which will miss. And then Legionnaire will attack Dusk, will attack the wolf. 18.
Yeah, I'd like to do a reaction at some point.
Sure. So 18 reduced to 15 will still hit the wolf and slays the wolf. Then is going to use their second attack to attack Win. 25 to hit you. Actually, no, not a 25. A 22.
Hits.
22 hits. That's going to be 15 points of slashing. And that is all the Legionnaires done. Your reaction, Dusk.
Yes, I would like to do telekinetic reprisal.
Okay.
Was this one of the ones that attacked me?
Yes.
Then I would like to, but they must make a strength saving throw.
Okay.
This is.
Oh, that's a crappy strength save. That's a 12.
Oh yay! Okay, so he loses, and then on a failed save, the creature takes 2d8 force damage and is pushed up to 10 feet away from you. So I want to push him off the bridge.
Absolutely, 100%. So roll the damage.
100%.
Hundo P.
As the kids say.
Because we're cool like that.
Riz.
11.
Did I do it right?
11 points of force damage. So, he slashes at you. You take the damage.
Ohio.
You throw out your hand. There's a burst of force damage as he goes flying back. And I'm going to roll damage for him as he takes the fall. Total of 8. I think there is a chance that he will hit the water. Let's go ahead and roll a d4. He does hit the water. There's a as he hits the water, and then we'll see what happens to him next. Janos Alduin is no longer there. Niall.
All right, I am going to draw my sword and it's going to start to vibrate. I'm going to cast Booming Blade as I step forward and strike at this Legionnaire with advantage of my Nixian Blade short
Very
sword.
good.
A 30 to hit.
Gosh, that hits.
That is
Golly.
37 plus 2d8 plus another d8.
44.
44 damage on that Legionnaire.
He's looking real hurt.
Crushing in this fight.
Is he not dead yet? Son of a
They're pretty
biscuit.
sturdy.
Right?
These bastards are just
All right.
damage spuns.
And I'm just gonna stay right there in the corner.
All right. Brings us to Dawn.
Okay, which one of these guys that are still up here look the least injured?
Least injured would be the two on Win look around the same. Everyone's injured. They're all looking pretty rough.
They're all looking pretty rough?
Yeah.
Okay, then the one that keeps attacking my sister,
Okay.
I'm going to cast Covetous Spite at him as I'm going to just reach out and just pink tendrils start just wrapping around his arm. His arm's heading up to like choke him out a little bit.
Okay.
So that's a 19 on the die. So that's
That
a
will hit.
29.
That will succeed.
Jeez.
13 points of damage, psychic.
Okay. All right.
And he has to make, and then I'm going to be like, I like your weapon. I think I'll try to take it. And he has to make a charisma saving throw.
Uh-oh. That's a 3 on his charisma save.
His weapon teleports to my feet.
No!
That's awesome.
Pretty upset about that.
I love it.
That's your action.
I
Dawn.
want it. I take it.
All right.
And no, I I will
That was
cast
very Dawn.
Sacred Flame at
Okay.
the guy Niall just hit. So that's
Okay.
a con save.
Sacred Flame is not a con save.
Oh, sorry, dex save. Sorry, dex save.
That's a 5. Crappy rolls.
Wow.
God, my dice.
14 points of radiant damage as my dice
14
tries
points of radiant damage. All right, that's Dusk's turn. That brings us to Jack.
Still up, my goodness.
Wait,
Yeah,
what about
seriously.
me? You just skipped me.
No,
I
I'm
need a
sorry.
dust.
Yes.
That was Dawn.
Yep.
Dawn.
Just because you're
Yeah, sorry.
Just
Yes,
because
I'm sorry.
Sisters.
Sister.
Oh my gosh. I should have done MV domain. This is a fun domain.
What's up,
Right?
Dusk?
That was very Dusk of you. So I am
my
going
God.
to again
Yeah.
do the burst of power.
Burst of power. All right.
Because I mean this lasts for a minute, so I'm just gonna it's a rave right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
3 8 5
You're killing me, Smalls. You need to roll these dice more at once.
22.
22 again. All right.
So when I don't think anyone else except for Win needs healing, but Win, you heal for 22.
Thank you.
You need
Yeah,
healing.
there
What was that?
Yeah, you've been getting hit.
Oh shit! Yeah, I also need healing.
Dusk, damn it. Remember to heal
All
yourself.
Anything else, Dusk?
That's all.
All right, Jack.
How are they still alive?
They're hardy
Truly.
folk.
All right. So how ragged are my party members looking as I stare down at them?
People look pretty good.
I'm healing people every round.
Yeah, kill him. Kill him.
Kill him.
Let's
Just
end
kill
this.
him. Just
Kill
finish
him.
this.
Destroy
Stab him right in the
them.
face.
The most
Good to know.
wounded one is
All
the
right,
one
so,
that is to the west of the Dusk.
The one west of Dusk also has
Fantastic.
no weapon.
I'm going to send. So yet again, you see me being like, you see Yak power up his hand in this almost like Super Saiyan sort of charge up, as he then starts to fly straight
Yeah.
down this giant clawed bird-like wing spreads out in front of him as Bigby's hand smashes down into the Legionnaire, looking to punch him through the bridge. I'm casting this at the 6th level.
Oh, jeez. What?
So that's
Go hard or
a
go home.
clenched fist,
Yeah,
which
they
does
got
Amen to that.
30 points of damage.
Yeah, absolutely. So as the hand comes down, 30 points of damage will kill the Legionnaire. The Legionnaire just doesn't even really have a chance to register the fact that his weapon is gone as
I'm sorry.
that's fine. As the hand
No, you're good,
blasts
you're
through him, he just turns into ash. The hand cracks the bridge that only had 5 hit points left, and Dusk, you watch as the bridge topples and crashes down into the water. The bridge is no more.
We're probably gonna get in trouble
And
for that.
because I've activated Bigby's hand, my
Paper.
other wolf goes away now.
Yes, indeed.
Or the
No
last remaining wolf.
more bridge.
Dead
The
bridge.
bridge is dead.
Do you have to pay extra for that asset, Sean? That's great.
I made that one myself. This is my
Oh,
no
true.
bridge icon.
Am I still good?
I love it.
Yeah. Based on where the Legionnaire was, I'm going to say that, and based on where you are on the bridge, I'm going to say that the hand broke the bridge and the entire western section of the bridge, because now it's like a ramp that's in the water that comes up. Where you are, Dusk, is still supported by the mainland there. You're fine.
Okay. Okay.
Brings us to Win.
Oh my god.
Tell me something good, Win.
Hit this guy. The Legionnaire directly to the south of me. Come on, Greatsword. Do your damn job. 19?
19 will hit.
All right, let's do 12 damage.
Actually,
Is he still
19
up?
would actually be a 20 because you are flanking with Nile. So the 20 hits. The 19 does not. The 20 hits. So
Great.
how much damage you do?
12?
All of it.
Oh, 12. 12 points of damage there. I get another D8 on that because of them being undead.
Oh, they're undead.
And blessed
2.
strike.
So
And
14.
Blessed Strikes. And another D8 for Blessed Strikes.
I just
They're
keep
fine.
track of all
Okay.
these D8s. 5,
All right.
5, 6, 7, 19
Second-
damage.
Second attack.
Uh,
Come on, you got it.
12 it.
12 is going to miss. That's it for you, Win. That's going to bring us to the Legionnaires. Let's see. Legionnaire.
Die.
Attacking, I have a 21 and then a 13. So 2 attacks, 1 on Win. So the 21 will hit Win, doing 17 points of slashing, and then the 13 will miss Nile. Legionnaire that is attacking here is going to.
Did you take the D6 off of the guy who tried to hit Win?
I didn't. Thank you. Actually,
Because
this
he's
was
the one who. No, that's the guy who wasn't in the bubble. The one next to Win, next to Dawn, Dusk, was one of the ones who ran across the bridge that I had hit.
Yes.
Snap.
So he has yet to go. He's about to go. Attack on Win will miss. An attack on Dawn. I will
Dusk?
roll the D. Sorry, Dusk. Yes, I will roll the D6. So that takes it from a 22 to a 16. 16 hits. Okay. And that will be 20 points of slashing even. That is going to be a Legionnaire's turn done. Brings us to Nile. Nile,
Come
you're
on,
muted.
Niall. Oh no, he's been denied.
I have been denied. That's why you didn't hear my silvery barbs. That's okay.
shucks.
That's, you know what? It's, yeah, I know. Poor baby. All right. Just simple swing of the sword then. 20 with flanking.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That is going to be a 39 points of damage.
Yes!
Holy
That
crap.
fellow is looking extremely hurt.
Well,
I
if I
can't
do
Oh my
the
God.
D8 with my
Turner.
bonus, will 4 more points kill
it
him?
might.
4 more points
Oh, 4.
for the blessed
That's
strike.
enough. As the 4 more points and the blessed strikes,
Finally.
you slash into his body. He looks down. There's a burst of divine power from you, and turns to ash. 1 left.
What an
Oh
asshole.
my god. Ashel. Don, what do you got?
Just for the sake of storytelling, this is the one that actually killed Janos. Not Janos, Johan.
Okay. I'm going to step forward up to this guy
Okay.
so that I'm flanking with Wynn and standing next to my sister. I'm going to reach forward and say, "You will regret what you did to him," as I cast Repent.
Oh, great spell.
27.
27 is a hit.
It's 3d10. I rolled a 10, a 9, and a 5.
Nice.
So 24 points
okay.
of damage.
24 points of damage, indeed.
And then
By the way, he is no longer under the effects of synaptic static. He made his saving throw.
I'm going to force him to make a dex save. With Sacred Flame.
Finish
Dex
him.
save.
Finish him.
That's a 15.
For 20 points of radiant damage.
20 points of radiant damage. He looks super hurt. That's Dawn's action. Brings us to Dusk.
Oh, and he's
Just blow on
kneeling
him.
because I cast
Oh,
Repent on
that's
him.
right. So he has to go down. He's on his knees, so he's prone. As he goes down to his knees, bows his head, looking like he's ready to be decapitated.
I am going to reach out my hand and cup his chin. And I'm going to, my spell still radiates, but I am trying to focus all of this rage with my null damage straight into his throat.
Savage.
Is this a melee attack?
No, it's still my spark of godhood.
It just
I'm just
takes the
giving it a
damage,
little
right?
flair.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, okay.
No saving throw. He just takes it.
Yup. 4, 5,
Killing me.
23.
23. So you reached out and take his chin, raise it up to meet your eyes, and his eyes look at you, and he goes, "Oh, glorious." As he turns into ash and is destroyed. And that is the final enemy as the water carries the other Legionnaire away, rolling head over heels in the water, bobs up once, twice, and then seen no
Bye-bye.
more. As that is the end of this battle.
That was
God.
awful.
Um,
I thought
Guys,
this was gonna
I
be
can't
the
believe
easy
we
one.
crushed. Me too. We crushed that monster. And then
Oh my god.
these,
Yeah,
like,
and then we came
dudes.
here.
So as
it's
you stand here, you can
it's-
see on the other side of the bridge, broken in the water, the spot where Johan was absorbed by Janos. There is no sign of any bones or any remains at all. Not even his hat. That too seems to have been absorbed as his soul is now a part of Janos Alduin.
Now that
Ugh.
we're out of the fight, as
There
we're
has to be
looking
something
over
we
at
can do.
that, I'm going to grip my holy symbol for Azuth. I'm going to take a moment and send up a prayer. I regret letting that happen to him, not being able to save him. Can you please set his soul free. And I'm going to try casting Divine Intervention.
Divine intervention. Oh.
Whoa.
Roll a
Is there-
D100, please.
Oh
my God,
Is
I'm so
there a
nervous.
way?
Oh my
Hang on a
god.
second. Sean, is there a way we can, like, if we all divine intervention, stack that in any way, shape, or
I
form?
don't think it
Are
works that
you
way.
sure?
No.
I will allow it. Are you sure you want to do that?
There's
There's
a very good chance that we need to do this for. We need the power for what Ashlyn needs, but I'm gonna try to divine.
You're
I'm gonna try to use my
Huh?
regret domain initial. This is Dawn.
Okay. It's a
Initial.
D100. You have to roll lower. You have to roll your level or lower.
11 or
11
lower.
or low. Yeah.
Oh my
Oh my God.
god.
11 or lower
Yeah.
on a D100.
Yeah,
Yep.
on a,
Yeah.
on a
Yeah, that's
D100.
what-
On
this
a
is not
D100.
meant to be an easy fix for things.
Johan.
Yep.
22.
Oh
So close. So low.
Okay. Okay.
I wish I
You-
had it so I could try it too.
The two domains in your mind roiling around, they scatter your focus just enough that the power is not, you're not able to grasp it in the way that you wish. As you sit here praying and realize that this has not taken effect.
I'm going to put my hand on your shoulder and just say, we will not give up on him.
We will get him back. If we have to, tear it out of his fucking throat when he returns. We're getting Johan back.
This isn't the end of this story. Of his story.
As you think about Johan, you can almost hear his voice echoing. As you hear, the funny thing about this place is you often go long stretches where not much exciting happens. Years even. And you find yourself feeling bored and wishing for a change. Then something exciting actually happens, and suddenly you remember how dangerous and terrifying exciting can be.
Like right now.
You learn to appreciate the boredom. My friends, I think this will be a good time to end our session. Obviously,
God.
the next thing to happen will be that you return to the Onyx Requiem, successful in acquiring these divine boons, and as a result, you have all now achieved level
12?
What are we
Five.
12?
12. So excellent.
Oh my gosh.
Set
So
that up for next
exciting.
time, my friends, and we will
Goodness
have our final
gracious, y'all.
session of season 2. Looking forward
Mayhem.
to it, but
Look at-
also,
Oh,
Last time he
Also
killed us
sad.
all.
That's true.
yeah,
I'm
looking
sure this
forward
is
to
going
it.
to be great.
All right.
but yeah, we
As-
wouldn't do that twice.
I mean,
As,
technically, he's
uh,
already done it twice.
Right. As usual, I would love for everyone to visit storytellersforge.com to check out all the amazing things they have to offer there. Of course, the module we're currently playing, the Black Ballad. They have other things for sales, books, other modules, and coming soon, a new adventure called called Festival of the Forgotten, Revelations of the Dark Carnival. Sort of a evil circus-themed adventure. I'm sure if it's anything like this one, it'll be definitely worth playing. If you enjoyed the music you listened to, you have to thank Dia Morte for that. If you like the art that you're looking at, you can thank Kai. Amazing artist. You should definitely check her out. All the information about all of these individuals is in the chat. If you would like to hear some more actual plays and hear me and Samus, check out Echoes of Kryn. It is our podcast that takes place in the world of Dragonlance, in the chat as well. And a reminder that next week if you come back, you'll have a chance to win some dice. I think that's everything. As always, thank you to my amazing players, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Did you really think I would notice the blatant hubris of the Council of Coastal Wizards? Perhaps they believed altering the fabric of the cosmos would keep me, from my fledgling warlocks, forcing my hand-selected tools to claw and crawl for experience they deem fit to forge a pact with me. Ridiculous. But the slamming of the celestial door made me realize I've committed a sin. I've forgotten about your world. Probably from the monotony of the same story over and over again. Slay the dragon, stop the evil cult, thirst over the vampire. Well, let's change that. Let's make it fun again, shall we? My carnival is coming to your world for a little housekeeping. All those messy rules those wizards put into place will leave a lot of things forgotten after all. I'm sure you won't miss them. But only if you accept my invite to the greatest story I've yet to weave, just for your insignificant ball of rock. All are welcome, from the most accursed king down to the misplaced orphan. I promise that everyone will leave with their souls intact. Seriously, I don't deal in souls. That's so... last millennia.